for dungeon.
Verify integrity of game files.
Now I got you.
If your client ever has like corrupted files that could be like just causing your game to stutter, it like fixes them and validates
It's so bad, bro. Like it's
them.
like every 3 seconds.
That you could have corrupted files and it could be doing that. So it's a safe bet to try. I'm not saying it's gonna fix it, but it could.
And then it gets stream dark and darker. Beast mode Maui.
When I get stream, bro. That's the only reason why I don't stream is because my PC is shit.
That's what I'm saying. Fix it and stream on disc.
My PC is shit too, but it's nowhere near as shit as yours.
I'm trying to do the thing you said, but I'm having trouble finding verify. I right click on the game.
Go to properties or settings. It should be like the third one down, like local files or some shit.
Oh, verify integrity. Okay.
Yeah, verify integrity. Yeah. And then it'll verify all the files on your game. Look for any of them that are corrupted. And I'm giving you malware. Hold that.
Get through Steam. Got it. And we're typing essays.
We wouldn't hear it if he didn't have such a clicky ass keyboard. He's got the gamer keyboard.
We should be like a journalist or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I don't trust Ray being a He'll take after not like this.
And we're rage baiting.
He'll take after not like this. He'll be that kind of journalist. A slippery little snake.
Hey Ryan,
What up?
on this character, my last 20 games, I'm 10 and 10, and in those 20 games, I'm minus 88 points for going even.
Yeah. But okay, how many does it? Can you see how many games you've played this like arena go around?
How do you do that?
I don't know. I mean, it would tell you in players
You have to be
statistics.
the host? You have to click on arena, and it says on the bottom left.
Because, like, the more games, again, like I said earlier, the more games you play, the less RP you gain, or whatever the fuck, whatever it is. I guess it's RP, ranked points, I don't know.
I don't think I can see without canceling my queue.
Yeah, you have to cancel your queue.
But I don't think I played that many on this character. I only played like the first couple weeks on this character.
What, Buto 2?
Oh, I'm on Budo right now.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, you probably, again, this is just me taking a shot in the dark, but knowing Iron Mace, after you've played probably around, like, 100 games of Arena, the amount you gain is probably, like, drastically falls off, I would say. Which, again, is really stupid, but I think that's how it is.
I mean, I literally don't care whatsoever about my rating, but I think it's just funny. I go even and I'm down 88 points.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the horrible system that STF has made in the fucking game, so.
My other character is like even worse.
You don't gotta tell me that, Bitso, because like, that's why I say what the things I say about solo queuing. Not only do you get horrible teammates when you solo queue, but also like you have to win 2 times the amount of games, and then you're like breaking even if you're winning 2 times the amount of games compared to losing.
Right.
The
Like,
fucking GIF.
It's insanely brain dead.
My other character passed my main just because I have like a retarded win rate on it.
Oh, what, the one Zuffy posted about it?
Yeah, I hear it. You hear the audio.
Yeah, you hear it and it matches.
Maybe I should just add the typewriter ripping paper sound too. Just. Whoosh.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like it. I like it.
Oh fuck. I wasn't reading the chat. Yeah, you can see my stats in a moment once I get into this hellhole.
Nah, we need Ray to type on the keyboard like my dad types on the keyboard. He only uses his middle finger.
I used to be a 2-finger man. I used to be a 2-finger
No, he only
man.
uses his middle finger. Like,
Okay, now
like,
that's
I
that's
understand the
evil.
pointer finger thing. The middle finger thing is weird, bro. I've never understood.
Barb
why
behind you. I tried to savage him, but
Well, the funniest thing is he uses both middle fingers. He uses left and right, so it's not just him using one hand.
I've been exploded. And I've been shot through a mob. W game. Cool.
Holy shit, Sparky has a wife? Is she a furry too? Or a scaly? Sorry. My bad.
She doesn't speak English. I'm just kidding about that. Don't spread that.
His wife doesn't speak English? How do you
I'm
know?
No,
joking.
shut up, shut up, no,
I'm
you're
joking,
making a
man.
joke. Shut up,
Oh.
shut up.
It's like a mail order bride joke.
I know exactly where the joke was going, don't worry.
No, she's actually just a real lizard.
No, wait, that's even funnier, because one of my dad's longtime friends was in the army, and then he went over to, was it Japan? I think that's where his wife's from.
W.
She's lived over here in the US
W mans.
30 years or some shit.
W fucking mans.
No, I was
Cash
looking
in,
at, like,
king.
the
Cash in,
passport, bro.
king.
The passport, bro.
Her name is
Reddit.
Satoko.
Kind of wild, bro. Go over there looking for love.
And it's funny too, because he's the typical army man. Like he keeps his head shaved to that like.
Wait, your
block-
game's moving
that-
the smoothest
that
I've ever
block
seen it
tight
move now.
haircut. And he's real.
Now
He's a real man.
Now his PC is back.
Stream
Bro, kill
you
him.
gotta
Never
block those.
again.
You gotta block those, bro.
Yeah, you gotta block those.
magic missiles.
He should be low though. He should be low. That's the thing.
Bro, I haven't had a white
Well-
monster. Fucking.
So what? The stream is looking good or what?
Jesus,
'Cause
in probably like 10
know-
years.
Yeah. Stream looking fire.
I did a restart of Windows and like I like
Looking
tried to
like
fix
50
my computer
FPS.
before I spend money.
Yo,
on it,
Dima's a
so-
cutie patootie.
Yeah, sometimes
Travis.
Wait,
Oh,
are you
Travis.
still stuttering?
Annoying. I think it's a lot less actually, and it,
Well, no, when you validated your infos, did it say any of them were corrupted or?
I didn't.
White
check.
monster is
read it,
this, bro. I got a white monster in
Yeah,
my
you
pants.
You should read that. You shouldn't just skip over it. Because it tells you if it
My
validated.
game feels really good right now though.
Oh,
good,
fuck. The white
At
monster
the
is
end of the day,
actually
if your PC is
out,
struggling with
right
like
there.
anything in the background though,
I said it right there.
you're gonna have small stutters because your PC is struggling. And if anybody didn't tell you, Dark and Darker is horribly optimized, so.
Oh, W.
When Rust runs better than Dark and Darker sometimes, there's a problem. That's all I gotta say.
I'm on the wizard. You're alone. I'm never gonna catch him though, unfortunately. Oh, I clipped you in the arm.
Oh hell no.
Oh hell no.
I was winning on the right side against the barb. He didn't even hit me once.
Hold on.
Yeah, you should keep the shield out when you're pushing both of them. Could have
I'm
blocked
on
the
door.
raid. The car took.
Just needed to Zuffy not to get exploded as much as he did, and then he could have got around the corner but could have traded out, but
Hey, Sophie dies first.
he took too much damage.
Go,
that's
go,
all.
go.
He did get exploded like 3 times in a row, unfortunately, so...
Sophie has the movement of a vegetable. That's his only problem.
At least I don't look like one.
Interesting.
Yo, chill out, man.
Wizard's dead.
Sophie's movement is so shit.
Like the Pavis, get right around the barb for him.
Dale wasn't a bad player.
Alright, I have to go.
No way, we played like
Bye,
20
babe.
games, bro.
Kisses.
It took you an hour to get on the game, Maui. We could have played like 20. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Nothing else to relief farm.
Dude, I swear to God, that I don't want to hear it, bro. It's actually like I'm married.
All right, Zephyr, leave the party, bro.
Fuck me, dude. I don't want to hear it right now. I'm not even.
Alright, I see it.
Roach sniff or what?
Whichever one accepts first, bros.
Roach sniff. Whoever gets in West Gathering Hall first.
Gets to play.
Yeah,
Gets to
I'm
play
leaving
with
after
Kim
like one
Schnozzles.
game, so I have to go to work.
Okay, one gaming leave. That's cool.
Sure.
Players not in lobby. Probably just gonna get off here too. Then I don't know. It's fucking boring.
No,
Yeah,
you're gonna keep
I
playing,
haven't worked
bro.
at like a physical job, not from home, since I was like fucking 19 or 20. I don't know how the fuck people play until like an hour before work and then just go to work. That shit always boggles my brain.
I mean, it depends.
What else would I do?
I mean,
Mow the
it's
lawn?
probably because I'm like ADHD.
Okay, so the
brain
mallet is actually
type
two
shit, but
parts. There's the chains,
fucking,
which hits the
like
wood
I don't know,
part,
dude. I can't switch
and then the mallet
instantly
itself
from
makes
like
the middle part,
playing a
which has
game
orange
to
paint
just
on
like
it.
getting ready instantly and going
But
to
you
work.
don't need to use a lot of
Not
force.
something
It's
I
more
can
just
do.
leverage and letting gravity work. So you drop
Well, the queues are
chains,
so long. I've been
be
getting
careful
ready
not to
all
ever lift
morning
them
in
off
between the
wood,
queues.
That's
and
probably
before
fair.
the- and then just
You
erase
probably go get
the
ready,
rest of
fucking
it
shave
on-
and shit
on
at the
metal
time in the
part,
cube.
and it'll make a tremendous noise without very much force
Not even
involved.
kidding.
So 1, 2, 3, 4,
Budo's like
5.
half shaven, and then the Q pops.
The Q pops is coming over.
Shave on his.
Yeah, it's okay, dude. Yeah, but if Buto wasn't on range, it would be different. We're sitting in the back of the fucking map shooting, okay? So he's fine. He could have half a beard of aftershave on.
Right? But you don't need to do that very hard.
Buto's ass is always
Plenty
touching
noisy
the back
just by
wall of the
letting
fucking
gravity
spawn,
do
dude.
its work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yo, what are these like, fucking rash posts?
I don't know. I don't even know where this stuff is. I don't even want to read about the rash posts, bro.
Nick, are you buddy with Sparky? Wait. Oh, Nick's not in here. Never mind. I'm talking to myself. Whoopsie. Holy crap.
Oh
Is
my
Bowie
god.
Hunter. Is Bowie Hunter.
Ryan, you talk about that like it's a bad thing. Why would you want to close the distance for the melee?
Because I don't like sitting in the back of the map. It's boring. I like putting
It's
myself in
it's more
danger.
about a playstyle, Budo. It's not about like sweating.
It's a
and
play.
being playing
It's a difference in like wanting to have fun rather than play the game the most boring possible.
As opposed to like prop potting every time you get hit, you know. It's like some people play different, you know.
Again, Buto, I'm not shitting on the way you're playing, as in like it's bad, as in like.
I've literally like almost never used prop pots except against like a
No,
warlock.
we're not talking about you when we say the prop thing. We're not talking about
Oh,
you. But no, like, again, like from a gameplay perspective, and like if it's
I mean,
bad or
Budo, you're
good to
playing.
do,
You're just
like,
playing optimally.
You're playing optimally for sure.
But it's just
I just
gay,
like
though.
putting myself in a
Yeah.
risky situation and like seeing if I could win, you know. Like, do I push a little bit too hard and die for it? Absolutely.
I mean, I guess.
But it's more fun that way. So
Like my problem with it is you can do all that, but it's like once I close the gap, it's like backstep.
Most likely.
backstep. That's the problem for me. It's just annoying.
yeah.
Like,
Again,
yeah, I'll still
Maui,
kill you, but it's just like so painful. I have to lose so much HP. It's like annoying. Like, yeah, I can still win it, but like at what cost? You
well,
know?
when you're not using a ranged weapon, that's what happens.
I crossbow in these fights.
You can use a bow too.
Hey, bro, you gotta stop saying that. You're not gonna use a
not.
bow.
I'm not going to.
Low.
Wait, no, wait, what, huh? What are you talking about, bro? Again, Choi, the #1 fighter, used to use longbow. Get
Yeah,
out
I
of my
can
ear.
play like that, but
You,
I don't want to.
we gotta get with the times. You gotta get with the times. If you do
It's
that,
not deal with the times. If Choi played right now and he used the longbow, he would still fry you guys.
Also, one of my teammates might die
I would
before that
not.
even happens, because I've tried that
and
before.
you understand? You understand that if Choi uses
Carnage,
longbow,
drop
right?
the ego for a second. Choi probably dips the shit at you.
No, he doesn't. But my point is though, here's my point. Here's my point. I'm not even trying to address that. My point is though that he would probably not use Warhammer if he's using longbow, right? If he doesn't use Warhammer, then fighters like Maui would probably farm him too. He's not using Warhammer. So that's my point. So you really just can't. You just
Yeah,
use
but
longbow.
wait, hold on. The goal for the fighter in arena, especially with how fucking range dependent it is, the fighter shouldn't like. If the fighter has the highest damage on the team, the other people on the team probably aren't playing their role good. They're probably not doing what they need to be doing.
I agree with
Fighter,
that.
the
should
fighter
not
is there
always
to
have
like
them
provide
both,
pressure and like stay alive and like do chip damage and then like boss up on the fucking barbarian when he tries to run over your fucking rangers or. wizards or
Welcome back
whatever.
to
Your fighter isn't there to do the most damage.
I guess. So it's like
That
you
ends
just
up
feel,
happening though when you got to carry. When you got
yeah, you
Zephyr,
feel
know?
Yeah,
you
you're
feel
not wrong.
you
It
feel
definitely,
the roles.
it definitely happens, but it shouldn't happen.
I agree with that. It shouldn't happen because your DPS should be doing all the damage, or
You
their
should
DPS
you
be
should
doing
not.
all
The
melee.
fighter is not the DPS character.
I don't
He's-
know,
he's
but
a
like I
punching
feel like
bag,
I play with good DPSs and I'll still be up there in damage though. It's just like I mean,
Yeah, being
you
up
don't-
there is fine. The top is not fine.
I mean, I'll be top sometimes. Sometimes I'm not. I mean, you just
Yes,
feel
but
into
again,
what you
that means
do.
your DPS they didn't have a good game.
I mean,
I'm
it
not
depends
saying
on the
they're a
comp
bad
too, bro.
player.
No, that's not. That doesn't mean they have a bad game. It's just sometimes that
Oh,
just
100% it can mean they have a bad game. Like,
bro,
I can get
that's not true. Like legit,
No,
there'll be times
I-
where like they'll hit once and I'll just get in on a wizard, kill one, and then kill the barb after. Has 2 kills and optimum damage. Like it's not like
yes,
they're
but
not
they should
playing
be.
good.
If you're running in and killing 2 people and they're not blowing you up, they're playing bad. If a wizard and a fucking barb are there and you're running into them and you're not getting blown up, they are playing bad.
I mean, no, but it's not how it works a lot of times. Sometimes you have a rogue on your team creating pressure, so they're not looking at
For sure,
you,
there's
and
a lot
you
of-
on the wizard for free.
We could go in circles for like 1,000 years talking about this whole thing we're talking about right now. The point is, fighters shouldn't be the highest DPS on the team.
I don't think it's a bad take, Carnage.
I just think it depends. Like it's not like
Yeah, it definitely depends. It's
black
not a
and
bad
white
take.
type thing. It is if
It's
fighter is
definitely
number
not black
one.
and white, but fighter
If fighter is
the
number one on the
DPS
leaderboard,
character.
doesn't mean the DPS played bad. It's
I mean,
not that-
fighter is crazy enough that you can have the most damage, though. That's
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
if you
I
play
agree
really
there.
well. Fighter is
Fighter
so
is
strong
insane.
that you're able to like win 1v1s, 1v2s, like.
That's my point.
Also, like, again, I think the wizard versus fighter, like 1v1 is definitely heavily toward the wizard, but I
It
still see
is,
I
but,
still see
like,
fighters like
fighters
killing
just,
shitty
like, mod
wizards.
wizards
Yeah,
a lot,
yeah.
like-
I don't understand that though. Like I'm
The only
when
time
I
I
was
died a
playing on my
wizard is 'cause
wizard, I was shitting on every fighter, bro. You just hit scan them like over and over, and they're dead. Like
Oh,
I mean-
fighter's not blocking properly though.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Very
You go
like,
get-
good.
well,
You
no,
go
because
against
I'm
good
like zapping
fighter,
their legs and shit, and it does full body damage, you know. So
Yeah, but the thing, a good fighter is gonna be like playing around pillar more with Frosty, and then they're gonna
Yeah.
they're gonna capitalize on you trying to hit scan them too. Like they're gonna know what spells you're gonna try to use, so they're gonna sprint on you based
Well,
on that.
yeah, but then I mean I'm starting out with Instacast Explosion, and they're not blocking that, you know. So there's literally no like prediction there. It's just I'm within range, and boop, there's an explosion. Have fun.
Oh my gosh, like. 8-minute cube, bro. It's over.
Mm-hmm. 8-minute queue is a bit ridiculous.
Alright guys, last warning. I'm Willie queuing now. Oh. I got insta queue. Are there people
Holy
on
shit, the
team?
game's popping.
No, I got some dog shit teammates. I got.
Barb.
And I got hit with a fucking stupid
trying to come behind
golem. No, I already got hit with a golem. I'm probably dead anyway.
Headshot, Warlock. Hazel Phantom.
Um,
Oh my god, you're cooked.
I got fucking fried. Crazy.
Their barbs.
I don't have my MR gear. Fuck me, that was my bad.
You just gotta live for as long as you can.
Bring an arming sword in the bag, little bro. I'll tell you.
Dude, that shit not what not fucking mattered.
You
You
had
have
enough rank.
my MR gear, that's all. I got to put my MR.
You get an arming sword there, you hit him.
Like, how am I not hitting that guy, bro? Like, legit.
It's just a warlock.
Like, I'm not fast enough to be right beside somebody and swing my Bardiche before he can walk away. Cool game. 50 action speed.
Bully Hunter just bullied
We're
the
actually
fuck out
bro.
of Maui TTV.
Oh my god. I don't know
Oh,
if he's
he's
a real player.
strapped.
Oh my god. No, he's not real.
He's slowed by fucking Savage Roar, and I'm raged and I can't
You
catch
guys still
him.
want that? Crazy.
Looks pretty good.
Actually, just fake people.
That warlock's pretty good. I won a 2v3 with him.
What's his name?
The warlock's
Big
not
boob goth girlfriend.
Yeah, he's I
good.
had a moment to
I bet
go
him
with that.
through.
Nope, nobody plays this game anymore. It's buns.
Big boob goth girlfriend.
Hit the barb once.
Ranger.
And I got tagged in the foot, so now I can't swing on the Warlock. W game. Like, what a cool concept.
Being charged by the barbarian.
That guy's really lucky that I missed that swing.
Ah, shit.
No, I've been cursed. W. Curse me through the cubby wall.
Curse me through the wall. Curse me through the wall.
Could win this, I think. Mine, bro. I didn't block it. Why can't we just like stay on him and kill him?
Because he's a Warlock, he doesn't give a fuck.
She's arming
Both
sword.
of us, though.
Mark's not gonna catch him.
I'm sure it's not-
And he's just faster than me in my 330 moose speed gear. W.
I'm telling you, it does, bro.
I can never catch him, bro.
You're faster than me, and I catch bullocks like the armor. You'll be much better
I
off.
like OP, bro.
I'm dead, probably.
This shit is.
Well, I just hit him twice and he lived. W.
Three curses, run away.
That was a 1v3.
Damn. He lives.
Who's alive right now?
The
It's
Warlock.
just Ray and the warlock.
Oh shit. I don't think Ray can lose to a warlock, but I might be
If
wrong.
it plays the final circle correctly, you should.
Yes, all he does is walk in front.
Nice. Like, this class is so dumb, and my class does 0 damage. It's fucking incredible, and I can't hit through the mobs to kill him. Like, it's so cool.
Damn.
Alright,
1v3.
take it back.
It's
Right,
really just the warlock that's
you
it.
can't kill him. Like, there's no way that you can actually kill him. So, like I said, the class is inherently
Look
just
at the
dumb.
warlock carrying fucking crazy stuff. Oh my god, bro. The
Like,
Barb's
it's
doing
literally
shit.
just dumb. There's just nothing you can do about it.
Him? Did you just
The
focus
barb
him?
isn't doing shit, yeah.
330 MS.
Barb's
at all
like shit talking
times.
me and then dying.
Yeah.
Are you
W
fighting
330
a 6'4"
MS.
Barb?
No.
No,
Like 6'4" something?
it's no diddy.
And I missed. Nope. I can't believe I didn't kill him there with that poke. I should have just backed up after I hit him twice. I dodged 2 of his hits, but it wasn't enough.
Bro, I can't kill this fucking warlock. Like, I can't be the one to
Strip
do
your
it.
gear, bro. You don't have room.
Shit. I'm just a-
Oh my
Nice, bro.
god!
I can't be the one to fucking kill this guy. I'm killing the ranger and barb for us. Like, someone kill him.
Yeah, I hit the barb in the back. I mean, no one else can catch him. I have 330 moose speed gear and I can't catch him.
I have the same problem, and this fucking turns on me.
I moved twice on the barb. He just got a headshot on me in the end, I think, or was pretty close to a body shot or something. I hit him like a shit ton. Yeah, I dodged 2 of his attacks and then he spun on me and hit me. And he was hitting you. I
I mean, that was
spaced
good
it
that we
too.
pop his phantom after, but like, we need to execute him after that. We can't let him get away. We both need to pinch him.
Wait, why would he go inside there? Is he an idiot?
Get the close, get the close. You should have. Oh shit, never fucking mind. I hit the bot.
Why would he go inside? That's so stupid.
Very confused why you opened the door after you double shot. All you had to do was stop.
Maybe he was low.
I don't know.
He wasn't that low. He had a double shot and a spear.
Dude, he's freaking out now. He's yelling at the barb to stop backseating.
Ranger behind you.
W.
Can't see him.
Barb dead. It's fine.
Get up, get up. I need an HP for this guy.
Oh, my weapon just hit the wall,
Oh,
so I'm
no,
just
Rick.
dead. Like,
Oh
cool.
hell no!
My weapon hit the wall behind me. W.
I can't fucking
Got him,
kill
stay
this
on him,
guy.
stay on him. Punch him.
No man!
Oh no.
Go for the bait.
Oh,
Wait,
you
he
got him.
dropped. You can win.
180 HP,
Thank
by
you
the way,
so
and I
much.
died in like
Franny's.
1 millisecond, by the
Thank
Oh,
way.
you don't
Close up.
Franny's.
I'm not gonna win this, by the way. This-
Listen, for next game, bring Franny's arming sword, take your chest piece off, bro. They'll catch him. Press.
He's just doing so much though. Like, for what, you know?
I mean, it's not that hard to bring all that though, for real.
Hey, what's going on? Why can't I find a game in arena placements?
It's so much harder to catch it with Warhammer rather than arming sword too, though. That's also the issue. If I was you, I'd still take off my chest piece, honestly.
Bro, my dark blade.
Yeah, genuinely, speed's more important.
Trying to make room for it without like griefing myself.
One potion.
What is this shit, bro? Like, this don't-
Bro, I'm telling you, I always do this to the meta, bro. Trust.
You stopped playing
I
the
know it's
game a
good,
year
I
ago?
know it's good. It's
Yeah.
just, like, fucking gay. I have to like do this. Why do I have to take off my gear just to compete, bro? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, bro. Right to the fucking shield. Like, I don't understand. Like, fuck. Kill the warlock, please. Just him, bro.
Yeah, like I said, I literally swapped my gear as soon as it was 2v1, and I lost all my HP in the span of 2 seconds. I did exactly what I was
This is crazy.
supposed to do.
Let's put a Michael Jordan.
My club did hit the wall from behind me, so
Yo, if I try to kill a warlock off the rip, you're just gonna get pieced up by the ranger.
you can shoot the warlock. I'll
Well,
just
that's why
attempt to
I'm
kill
killing
him.
him and then finishing the barb after. I just can't deal with the warlock.
Killing the warlock off rip only works if your teammates aren't giving him curses. If your teammates are giving him curses, then you shooting him does absolutely nothing. If your teammates are playing
Like
back with
I'm
you and you
dead.
shoot the warlock once or twice off rip, it's fine.
Race
Then he
healing,
has
race
to play
healing.
at a disadvantage for the
Bro, I
first,
need help
like,
here. Fuck. There's no
10
phantomizer. I'm
seconds.
trying to kill him.
I see that. I got longbowed.
lose everybody.
Well, as I said, I literally went on the Warlock, I forced the Phantomize, and then I got
I
longbowed.
stayed in him. I stayed in him, and I'm gonna kill him, but the barb saves him. Like I can't let the barb kill me for free.
Are they all alive?
Yeah.
Yes, everybody's alive.
No, you killed one.
I feel like I just have to play wizard to kill him. Like, I'm on fighter. I can't fucking kill him.
Well, I mean, I can't catch him with my weapons, even though I have no shield on. I can't catch him, and then I force a Phantomize, but it doesn't
I
matter.
think it's just like we just need a wizard, bro. That's so fucking
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
really nice try. I think that was the last guy alive. Was the there's still just a warlock carrying, bro.
Damn, you got 2.3 on your head. Or 2.1.
And look at his healing too. Like
I popped his Phantomize like 1 second into the round. He just got away.
I'm on him, but I was gonna kill him and corner him, but his barb is there to feel for him. That's what I need. Someone to like get the barb off me.
I gotta go to work.
Yeah, if I didn't get the longbow, like I said, it was fine. What's up, Joseph?
Alright, well, this spot open up.
Whoops.
Yeah, get longbow, you auto lose. Cool. Cool class. Range damage is balanced. Yada yada.
Longbow diff.
I wanna play wizard, but I don't have my kit.
Bruce says I'm just kid. Phoenix was holding 2 kids hostage, W.
I don't
Yeah,
think
join
so.
out?
Huh?
I said, did Al just join? Al's poor.
Al has 0 kits. He ran them all down in game.
It's really slow of him.
Dude, Warlock is so OP. I just outkited 3 fucking rogues.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, it has a secret move speed stat or something.
Medley, that was your first placement game. Those guys
Dude,
are placed in
3
800.
3 rogues couldn't catch me.
They're in Squire kit.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are, bro.
The broad gems, he definitely has socketed gear.
Medley.
No, bro, socket green does not count as socket
Go into
gear.
another game. And if I see a fucking splendid cloak rogue, I'm gonna lose it.
Does anybody have good life foots?
I spent
For-
30k getting a good pair of lightfoots, and they're not even
like,
max
for what
rolls. So
class?
have fun.
Mally, what class do you need them for?
Fighter.
Oh.
High key, I had some, bro.
What do you
but-
need on them then?
Hey,
You need
not-
PDR on them then.
No, I mean, I just want move speed and HP.
What's up?
It's like, I want 1% move speed.
I just called it.
Dune Awakening, by the
I
way.
might have
Really.
a pair, but I don't want to
Jeez,
go.
so you're a sellout. So you're a sellout. So you're a sellout. So you're a sellout.
The pair I had, I don't know what
All right, let's go.
I think I have a pair in my stash that I like.
Something up or something.
I like double high rolled, but then I only
Lies?
rolled
Oh, I
like
don't
2
know,
stats on them or
I
something.
don't know.
Oh, okay.
The other 2 stats are free to roll.
This game looks really cool. And buy from your code W Hey Yao. W Hey Yao. Especially in chat, by the way.
Hashtag page chatter. Hashtag page
Not
chatter.
page chatter.
Hashtag
Hashtag no. I did not. No. No. No page chatter.
Time to log
Right,
Okay,
actually-
so this is
I
now this
actually
video.
spent
Lies,
30K
ethical concerns,
trying
biggest
to
cheater in
get
Dark
a
Lurker.
good
A lot of
pair
subjects here.
Lightfoots,
I can't wait to watch this.
and
Holy shit.
I
Wait,
had
what's
to
the video
settle with
upset, or?
ones with 1
Mhm.
strength on
No, it was
them
okay.
because
We
I
can't
just
split this
was like, I'm not spending any more money on the shit, like whatever 1 strength is.
Bro, this gear is insane.
It is what it is.
My Warlock kit is
I thought I did. Wait, refresh it.
nasty.
Is it not dark?
You need
Okay,
more
what's not
HP.
dark? Hello. Dark and darker. Alright, refresh. Why is it still on Dune? Why is it still on Dune? This pissed me off though.
Thank you for listening. Brothers and sisters, let's begin.
Wait, also, how is it illegal when a bunch of other content creators like XQC and big streamers watch YouTube videos online, by the way?
You said what?
How's it? Wait, I forgot. I wasn't listening because I was distracted.
their tracks. I think it's because like if you're put into it, like and you pause it and crap, like it's like you're on like that's the thing. Is what makes it there. Because if you just like show it on stream, like
You're
channel style, and
underwater.
other person's not okay with it, then I think that's illegal.
Me?
Wait,
I watched like
Medley.
Suits like twice, so I kind of know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
just shut up.
Alright.
And that's
illegal.
Watching streams.
Wait. Okay, now I'm just listening to fat ass.
You might be underwater.
to cover their
Medley's
tracks.
like
Even if the streamer
in-game
watches my
audio
video
sounds
without
like he's
pausing, then that's not fair
underwater.
use and that's illegal.
I don't get it. I would have been in jail or like fined like years ago. I'd be watching YouTube videos on stream all the time.
Watching streams instead of
Sue my
the
ass.
source video hurts the reach,
Sue my
engagement, and success of this video. Okay, thank you for listening. Brothers and sisters, let's begin with what I hope is my last Dark and Darker video. For international viewers, gracias, spasiba, shishia, and arigato gozaimasu.
When it comes down to it,
Wait, that's
you
much
can't
there.
lie about people, right? You can't slander people or libel people.
I see you,
it's
boss.
not cool. It's not okay.
I completely agree. Under U.S. law, you can state your opinions of someone based on real interactions, especially if they're a public figure. But you cannot just make up lies about someone because that is actually slander. And yet, you will soon see that Jordan has done exactly this.
I didn't know that when I got on a 1-hour phone call that he requested, by the way, to get advice about life.
That is a lie. I never requested this Discord call.
That phone call was him requesting.
Hey, isn't there like a bunch of DMs just showing that? A bunch of DMs pulled up about Soma and
Easy
him
one,
making
Mr.
call stuff.
Let's go.
Again, a lie he.
I'm jamming healing Divo.
Repeats multiple times. Let's check the receipts. Let's go to our DMs and let Jordan read his own
there we
statement asking me for the call twice.
You want to schedule a call to ask some questions? I'd be happy to chat with you about it sometime next week.
That's his writing asking me for the call. And his final line also again pushes to set a date with me in the calendar for a voice call. If you look above these DMs, I never ever asked for a voice call. In perfect hindsight, Jordan wanted to get me in a sales call, a client discovery call, under the guise of being this helpful guy who has advice and just wants to help creators. He actually wanted my business and would later make an offer in that call after he explained what his services would be, what his cut would be, and how he managed other creators in the space and he was going after another.
Let's talk about life and fucking mental health shit and being a content creator, how to succeed. And I did get on that call with him.
I mean,
and I told him to
Agi
not
is
give up.
like
In his call,
almost a dead stat these days on.
I don't know if he had me view bots, but lots of people view bot.
he talked about how he had issues.
The chat.
You know, mental health issues.
1v3.
Yeah.
This is one of the worst
Bro,
bold-faced lies he tells
bro's
about.
so happy.
Unless you're referring to this guy, which he
bro.
definitely doesn't.
We never
Fuck
ever
you,
discussed
fuck,
mental health. That
bro.
is real slander to make
Yeah,
that
nerf
up.
that
If you recall
shit.
from my first video, my
Warlock
first
is
impression of him
up.
was a 10-minute off-camera
Fuck
conversation.
it up.
Bro,
related
acts
to
like,
podcast.
bro, acts like he's not.
I have
playing
no
the top
idea. I don't think
classes of the
so.
game, aka Rogue.
500 damage round one.
Proves that I had bad vibes.
That happens quite often.
Prior to this
See that
1-hour
move
phone call,
speed,
which he makes up
Carnage?
my mental health issues in. There's no
330? Alright, 330.
Why am I 330? I'm tired of getting kited by a warlock, bro.
Bro, just bring Fran, he's an arming sword. I'm telling you.
It's like I can't be bothered, bro. It's just like way too much work for what?
It's really, like, all you need is arming sword and Franny's are chilling. I'm telling you, with like 305 move speed. Genuinely.
I'm gonna go buckler. I'm gonna go the buckler.
Oh hell no.
No way I would have asked this fake stranger for life advice. And the mental health thing is such an insane, ridiculous, slanderous lie meant to hurt my reputation. The first of my 3 grandparents who passed didn't pass until over 2 months after that voice call. There was nothing wrong with her at the time of the call at all. Just like one peg, it is absolutely disgusting for someone to make up mental health issues about another person to discredit them. It causes reputation damage or financial
I
damage.
hit my teammate.
But essentially,
Dude,
it was
it
like,
isn't, and then you know what's
My
crazy? It's actually
bad.
working. You can roll move speed.
There's just no reason it should be that fast, though. It's just slow.
shit. And I've had to force myself to travel the world to conquer that fear. I was like, that's right. Sounds like you're on the right path. Like, you know,
2 times
that's
X,
awesome.
please. Still 1.75.
Wow, yet another bold-faced lie. I will play all the clips from the video.
I don't think I can do that fast, to be honest. Let's do 1.5.
There's multiple times to paint me as this guy who never leaves the house and doesn't touch grass and is afraid of interacting with the outside world. I never told him this made-up story about forcing myself to travel to conquer my own fears. I mean, what a crock of shit, guys. Look behind me, please. Each single.
Bro, I need like a like someone saying one thing and then Joe is saying another thing. Like there has how do we believe at the end of the day about that call? I don't even know. Like, bro, and like I feel like someone went live, and but I don't know Joe. Like who the fuck?
Just say the truth, bro.
What's the, I don't know what's the truth. I would say that like I'm on someone's side because he's been nice to me and he's like been so kind to me and gave me so many opportunities with sponsorships on anything besides Dark and Darker. So.
I mean, what are we doing? What are we saying, Yami? Like, think about what you're saying, bro.
I'm biased towards Soma. I don't know Joe like this, and Joe's been like to me. I'm more
Okay, at least he says he's biased. Okay,
Soma because Joe's been like spouting out some nonsense. So I don't know.
spouting out some nonsense. Who determines whether or not what he said is nonsense?
Junk, I was gonna say.
Can you shut up, fatty? Can you shut up, fatty? You make this longer.
Represents one different country that I've traveled to around the world. I've been to over 30. After college, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with my life, like many other young people in their early 20s. All I knew was that I wanted to experience as much of life as possible. I had so many hobbies, and for a few years, I was in a cycle of working my ass off in the US for like 4 to 6 months, saving hardcore. Then I would budget travel around the world for like 3 to 5 months. And the experiences I had all over the world with amazing people just shattered my misconceptions and ideas that were implanted in my head from stateside news, media, society, and elsewhere. All these biases. I stayed in people's homes with their families, very gracious people.
Okay, honestly, I'm really glad you guys don't just speed this up.
Remote villages with tribes people in the rainforest of Laos. I slept in many bunk beds in many
We're getting
hospitals
Lord Drop
with
here.
little to no privacy. And it was so easy to turn a stranger into a travel buddy, into a friend. You know, maybe I overshare here, but you don't just put yourself in these kind of unfamiliar situations in countries with different customs, laws, languages, culture, social norms, and so on if you're afraid of people in the
See, like, the people don't even, like, pay attention. Like, you read the chatters and they don't even fucking pay attention Like they don't even understand why he's saying the things that he's saying because they just don't. But like they can't even like formulate their own thought in their head. They don't even understand why he's saying this.
The outside world.
Yeah, I don't know how
Just
this does the
slide
dark. I think he's just doing more drop to
And
give
people
sentiment.
realized that was fear drifting.
I don't think I've ever seen.
We can still play if you're
I
playing,
killed-
Ashok.
I definitely killed
Wait,
you
double,
one time in the
double,
real
double.
game because I
Holy Hunter said that
messaged
he
you
farmed
after.
your-
I just switched. Maui just has to switch. Maui, do you have another fighter?
Farm me?
That's higher.
Hey, farmed you and Shah.
Yeah, I do.
I farmed Bully
Holy-
Hunter from 2,900 to 3,500.
Dang.
Then go sign up for some volcano insurance or something because you're fucking dumb. You're very easily tricked. Stay away from used car lots because you're gonna buy everything.
Here, Jordan is insulting anyone who believes what I say and calls them dumb. He uses personal attacks on people, not logical defense with solid facts. This pattern you will see Jordan use repeatedly. Finally, Jordan, Odin, and his streamers were calling me out for deleting Odin and Nubi's comment on my own video. I've already explained why. What's interesting is that in Jordan's recent...
Okay, but you should re-explain it because the thing is though, like this Joe guy calls out Dark and Darker for deleting their own reactions and comments and stuff like that, but he does the same thing. So I don't understand. Like it's like contradictory. I
video
don't
under his own
understand.
pinned comment.
I'm not unemployed, bro. I got work tomorrow. I got the day off, W. Although it might thunderstorm, so maybe my work will get canceled. He's saying that it's contradictory for him to delete comments of the dudes being super malicious and spreading lies versus Dark and Darker removing their own comments in like the Discord, which is not comparable.
Is accused of deleting someone's comment. How hypocritical, if true. Now, it's uncertain whether he deleted it or the commenter just made this all up. But the commenter makes some great logical points in his comments. Jordan doesn't really address these claims or defend himself with logic. Instead, he personally insults the guy over and over, and anyone else who disagrees with him. Again, that's Jordan's typical pattern. The primary ethical concern in this entire situation is his conflict of interest arising from his dual roles. A conflict of interest occurs when an individual's personal interests are at odds with their professional interests, duties, and responsibilities to their employer. His duty as head of marketing is to secure the best possible outcomes for Iron Mace. His duty.
Yes, let me just pause you there. Someone wasn't in charge of the people that was chosen for drops. I don't know where this is going. Where more
That's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying right now. He's just saying there's
streamer growth equals more money for Jordan. Okay, that's for other sponsorships besides Dark and Darker. Secure best possible outcomes for streamer and himself. This doesn't include Dark and Darker. This includes sponsorships for other things than Dark and Darker. I don't know how this is a personal like conflict.
You think I could like make like a chorus on like you think I can make like a chorus I could sell of like basic like common sense, don't get yourself in trouble. Don't get yourself in trouble when you're in a conflict online, and I could sell it and pitch it for like $30. Like, hey, if you're ever in like a situation where you're getting fucked online because someone's like made a video about you or something like that, we sell like a $30 course and we tell people how to like respond and how to not like just make them seem even more culpable and retarded. Like, obviously this guy just doesn't know what's going on, so I don't necessarily blame him for anything, but like he can't even understand, even with a pictograph, bro, even with a graphic image, he can't understand. Like he can't figure out this image. It's literally labeled for you, bro. He used colors. He used pictures. He literally told you, like, you can't even follow the image.
Odin was the one who selected, and then SDF was the one who finalized the choice for people for drops on that 1 year. I don't understand how he's still on the subject.
Manager is to secure the best possible outcomes for his streamer clients and himself. As a talent manager, his personal financial interest is tied to the success, promotion, and growth of his streamer clients. This creates a situation where his personal business interests could improperly influence his professional decisions at Iron Mace. Now, I brought up these ethical concerns in my first video, and when Jordan made his response last week, he repeatedly downplayed and dismissed any ethical concerns or conflicts of interest. Jordan seems to think there's nothing ethically wrong and everything's good and above the board.
Hey, well, this is why I offered him up to be his manager because it's a legitimate business and it's on all that. And it was a great call. I did say, if you need management, you get there, I'd be happy to help because, you know, it's a regular fucking job.
Well, it's my fault because Yami's watching it in like 1.5 speed and I'm watching it at 2 times speed.
It's a fucking regular, it's a gig.
Maybe the business is legitimate, but his personal financial success is tied to getting the best deals and maximum exposure for his streamer clients, while his professional...
Well, Gatortooth, it's not insider trading, but it's a similar vibe. Soma it's a nothing burger. It's definitely not a nothing burger, bro. I watched it last night. It's actually really paints Soma in a really bad light, even further than he already was. Like, it's very obvious that like Soma having influence at the company and has the ability and power and reach to promote specific streamers, like, that is definitely a conflict of interest and unethical. Like,
duty is to get the
what exposure? No. Sponsorships, yes.
best performance and value for the...
He said exposure, no. But like he literally does. What do you mean so? Okay, Gator. Let me put it in like a different. Let me put it in different terms. Okay, like I did this before, but I'll do it again. Okay. So, we'll save the Grandma Nexon thing for later. Okay. Here, it can only be explained in like pictures because people don't understand. Okay, here is Exxon Mobil. Right? This guy's the oil tycoon. Like, look at his big fucking hat, okay? That's the oil tycoon. That's Dark and Darker, okay? And here's Soma on the side, okay? Soma owns a bunch of factories that produce oil. Okay? He's got, like, what? Like 3 or 4 of these, right? So, Soma owns these refineries, right? And ExxonMobil is the grand oil maker. If Exxon stock goes up, all the other people that are selling oil get an increase in their profits. If these people get an increase in their profits, Soma's profits go up. Does that make sense to you? Do you not think that, like, if Soma also now started working over here, there would be a conflict of interest between Soma not telling the people that he's working for that he owns extra refineries on the side? Do you not think that Soma would maybe give preferential treatment to these refineries? Do you think Soma promoting these refineries on his own personal page while he's the head of whatever at fucking Exxon is ethical? Yeah, okay, so then I don't understand why you don't see that could be a problem. I don't necessarily know that anything that he does is inherently illegal, but the argument wasn't whether... I mean, maybe now his argument is that he's doing things legal, but the original argument was Soma's being a piece of shit and playing favorites, and then Soma denied that, but he's clearly playing favorites, right? Like, he literally admitted to that by not inviting Sarah Moore to the private dinner, even though he could have and should have. Isn't that a little bit weird? You don't think that's like a case of playing favorites? You don't think he has power at Iron Mace if he's doing things like that?
The company, Iron Mace. He cannot serve both masters impartially. Let's watch Jordan deflect away from the main issue.
Yeah. Soma tried to invite... No, that's actually not what happened. Soma tried to invite him after the fact. Like, this was prior to the original DMs. Yeah, but, like, that's what they're saying, but it's obviously not the case. He's definitely got power in terms of, like, community outreach. He doesn't have power in terms of what can change on the game. Nobody has that power except for SDF, right? Right? We're not talking about the power to change the game. Nah, it was very meaningful. It really shows what the core... Like, if this video didn't have as much reach or exposure or anything like that, 100%, the game probably still lives on longer to the next season, enough to give it a chance to come back. With this stuff coming out, I don't think anyone wants to even be associated or watch half of these people.
I joined the company as a contractor. I took a massive pay cut to join Iron Mace because I loved the game.
It's definitely not meaningless at all. I mean, you might see it meaningless. Who cares? Probably all the other streamers, aside from myself, because I don't really give a fuck, who basically had opportunities snubbed from them because these guys were playing Gatekeeper. Probably those guys. Probably streamers or creators that could have been bigger and had more following and viewership if these guys weren't playing Gatekeeper. Probably them.
Game. And I was doing an unmonetized podcast to elevate streamers in the space.
What opportunities these guys got? Well, the dinner was one thing, but that I wouldn't really consider that necessarily an opportunity per se in like the flat objective sense, but it definitely gives you networking opportunities and also was free dinner and all that shit. But what like the amount of connections that you make from hanging out with someone, the fact that you got blasted on his podcast repeatedly, which was a de facto the official podcast for the game where everyone was watching, the fact that you make connections through Soma, like all that shit matters, right? Like, I don't know that you'd ever be able to put a quantifiable number on it, but like, it's very clear that that's how it worked. Being on the first page of drops was also pretty huge. Not that I don't really want to even unpack that per se, but even being on the drops first day is like a huge boost to your numbers. You usually get like 3x the average. Now he's deflecting and saying that Soma had no say on it, but like, yeah, but like, do you believe that all his guys deserved drops? That might be true, but like, we don't know how much boost beforehand he contributed to these people for them to get there in the first place, right? All his guys might have deserved the drops, but like, all those guys could have got boosted well before the drops to be eligible for the drops. No? You could wager that because these people were boosted in the community by Soma prior to the drops happening, that they were only able to achieve getting on the day one drops list because of Soma. Now, I'm not saying that's inherently what happened or the de facto truth, but that is a possibility which deserves to be explored. Urban, me, what's his name? Euthyphro didn't get it, and Euthyphro was actually really active at the time. Like, there was a bunch of people that didn't get it that should have got it, and there's people that never played the game and got on.
That's always been
that these people suggested.
In the case. In fact, I only started monetizing the podcast when the Dorcas Tower started. I have only made this amount of money. It's probably backwards, sorry, but it's $98.
I'm not sure how you can think he's confidently wrong, to be honest.
I've never received a payment before. Because I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not.
Correct. He's not a YouTuber. He's a talent manager. So he focuses on his small podcast earnings after leaving Iron Mace. But nobody cares about that part. The point is, the real financial gain comes from managing his streamers and getting cuts of their deals and sponsorships. By the way, elevating streamers in
especially about Demo. Demo is like the worst part, bro.
space, as he claims, directly helps his personal.
Like Demo's legitimately a fucking cheater. We're not. No, we were defending Demo, right?
And further complicates his conflict of interest when he is working for Iron Mace at the same exact time.
Wait, how so? Can someone explain this to me? Because I got no benefits.
Oh my god, bro.
In this video, first, we will further prove that these profile pictures aren't of some random innocent person. Do you remember Die My Fly? He still got an old out the link in any of my videos of service on Spread Some Love Here channel who shared the who's linking to a Reddit thread by Dima123. Now Dima appears to be complaining about Chinese hackers, which is hilarious and sad. Real quick, even though Die My Fly's Twitch is down, I found this YouTube video somewhat clear. Dima was breaking listen email. There's some more fishy stuff going on. This is unreal. Let's check out his Twitch. Oh, it's Dota. Looks like he's played a bunch of games. Looking more, it seems like check out that interesting.
I'm pretty sure he also commented on a thread that was for Dark and Darker cheats.
I fly looking for cheats in GTA. Now Dima appears to be complaining about Chinese hackers, which is hilarious and sad, and he plays Dark and Darker and Tarkov. He's seen here defending the pre-team. You can listen to his voice in solos.
Okay, so do you not subscribe to the belief that once a cheater, always a cheater? You don't think someone that's a serial cheater in a video game wouldn't cheat in this game? But we have proof of him cheating in the other games. Do you not subscribe to the idea that someone that cheated in Tarkov and then changed his name when he got caught to be Dima wouldn't also be cheating in this game? Like, do you not believe any of the clips that are sus? Like, can you explain this to me? Since this clip never gets explained, and maybe you're more intelligent than everyone else. I'll draw it out for you real quick. Okay, what does that? Yeah, what does that have to do with? What does that have to do with Demo, bro? You don't. It's not a speculation. There's many clips of him clearly fucking cheating, bro. I don't know how else you can't see it, but it's okay if you can't. Okay, this is the elevator room. Okay, Demo is here. Demo here's a wizard over here. Casting Lightning Storm. Okay. Demo then does this. Waits here. Oh, sorry, my mistake. So Demo is here. He hears a wizard casting Lightning Strike behind a door over here, okay? And Demo is playing Rogue. Demo then walks up like this. There's a Rogue Invis right here waiting. And then he does this. And then he turns around and waits. Well, I mean, I'm just doing the I'm just drawing, like, you want me to go, I'll go to the picture if you want. Like, I'll go to the video after the arena game if you would like. I should have it saved, honestly.
I don't know, but I don't really see the point of playing it.
I don't even. I think the little semi whips, like, yeah, it's not like.
Take those.
Okay, you can try to explain it, but
There's gonna be no arena during that halfway.
That halfway is literally the death of Dark and Dark.
I'm being held hostage by a wizard over here at the moment and a warlock.
Stats are as dog shit as they are around the test server, and the game is dead. Like, if you haven't seen.
Oh, I lost track of him, so I'm probably dead.
You're in for a rude awakening.
I'm excited for
Un
you.
momento, por favor.
Balance, though.
What, bro? You don't want it?
No, I'm taking it.
Bro, no. No.
It's gonna be whatever I have, bro.
Yeah, but at least I can balance the game if they like lower the stats for
Nice.
everything.
Yes, but then there's nothing to work toward in the real game.
C-Ray, I just needed to go wizard for that warlock and kill him now. Even though I didn't.
Low-key, I agree. Hold on, I cannot focus. I gotta move my way. Sorry, bro, I could not focus.
Yeah, sure.
There was far too many people talking. Was it, he phantomized? He fell. I'm dead, unfortunately. He's gonna catch me with the wormhole.
I'm search kidding. I don't know. Maybe you can just die and I can try to 1v1.
Yeah, but the thing about the dinner is about the dinner that you're not really fully understanding is that he didn't just invite creators that were streaming. He invited his friends, bro. Arcane Armor isn't a creator that was making any sort of substance videos or anything like that. He invited people that were literally just his friends. Like, he wasn't just elevating random creators, bro. He literally was inviting his friends. But we'll talk about more of it after I finish this round. But yeah, like, there's like a million things that are just like completely wrong with what you guys are thinking. I mean, you can have your own opinion, but like they're just so wrong.
So it could actually be the Flash.
W. Not only does it become a disclosure issue, it's not even about that. Like, he's literally inviting people that he's actively working with and trying to get to work with. And on top of that, it's not, you can't take the dinner. Like, I mean, the dinner is probably the weakest example, but like, you can't even take the dinner out of the context of the entirety of the situation. The entirety of the situation is, hold on one second. Are you getting off Maui or what?
No, I'm checking which character has less games on it.
All right, request to join after. You can't take it out of the context of the entire ecosystem that he's making. He's obviously making a funnel. He's basically making a funnel to grant people more exposure that he's directly benefiting from if they get more exposure. Like, you can at least admit to that, right? We can haggle on like whether or not you believe it's like wrong or ethical or misleading or whatever, but like we have to get down like some of the core facts, right? It's very clear that someone had made himself a content funnel. Well, they're not. The disclosure isn't a fake law. That's fine if you don't think it's wrong, but we have to at least agree that we have to agree on like we have to agree on the base set of assumptions. Otherwise, we can't move the conversation forward. If we can't agree on what we're talking about, then there's no point in even talking about it. Technically, I think it works for both parties, but really I'm saying Soma broke disclosure laws, but I'm pretty sure that Iron Mace also gets in trouble in that situation because of Soma not disclosing the information to Iron Mace. I think Iron Mace is somehow partially on the hook, even though because they said they didn't know, and like I think they get put on the hook for that kind of as well. But I think it's mainly Soma's fault, right? Like Soma's the one on the hook. But like I don't even want to get down. We're already moving too far forward. I need you to like pin down what you believe happened, Gator. Like, do you believe that Soma essentially made a funnel? No, we're not speculating whether or not. Well, again, we're getting too far away. I need you to I need to nail you down on like what you believe. Okay, like, do you believe that Soma essentially made a funnel to grant certain creators exposure that he was working with while he was employed at Iron Mace? I mean, even if he wasn't employed at Iron Mace, he probably still should have disclosed creators that deserved it. That's his job. His job as marketing director is not to make creators push creators, bro. His job is to push the game. Whether or not he does that through creators is an entirely different chain of argument. But like his job is to push the game. It's not to push certain creators, right? Yeah, the people that he invited that he doesn't work with were his friends. Yeah, because there was no real ads for the game. Yeah, okay, so we agreed that he basically made a content creator funnel. And that some of the people... Yeah, but it wasn't like a creator dinner. It was like but the reason why that's important to note is because Soma repeatedly touts the idea that he had no influence or power at Iron Mace whatsoever. But obviously he did if he was in charge of a guest list for a private Iron Mace afforded dinner. Right? An Iron Mace paid dinner. So can you agree on that? Can you agree that Soma had power in the community sphere? Well, what I mean to say when it wasn't a creator dinner was it wasn't an exclusive come one come all creator dinner, which they did previous at the previous TwitchCon, right? It was more like a private Soma invited people on Iron Mace's dime, which you don't do, right? Like, am I crazy for saying that, for thinking that? private as in private, like he invited people, his own friends, to an Iron Mace. Well, if it's on Iron Mace's dime. Yeah, but I'm not trying to say that you had to invite 100 people. Yeah, so if they approve, then how can someone take the claim that he has no say about what's going on in the community whatsoever if Iron Mace is literally allowing him to invite whomever he wants on Iron Mace's dime to a private dinner? It's to showcase that he has sway on the community. And if he has sway on the community, then that means he has a conflict of interest when he promotes specific streamers on his podcast, among other channels, while he works at Iron Mace. It's to prove the conflict of interest. It's to prove that he has power, and then if he had power, then he was making a conflict of interest issue with the people that he had partnered with. Well, he didn't really get hired to influence, per se. Like, not in the colloquial sense of, like, influencer. He got hired to be a marketer. That doesn't sound like a traditional koi thing. I don't know what that means. Maybe clarify. Oh, conflict of interest. Duh. Well, I mean, like, yeah. I don't think of the majority of the people this like changes anything that happens to them or anything like that or like whatever. But it just exposes that Iron Mace. We'll come back. Is this guy the only guy that's in the game? This warlock.
Yeah, there's 2 of them now. So.
W. And there's a Sork. The Sork is dead. The last warlock is in here. No, but he was denying that. What's that? What did you say?
Shock, do you notice when I have meld on or when you play with lizards with meld or no?
Nope.
Sork is dead. I'm on the Phantomized guy. Zork is dead. Hit the Warlock once, twice. My weapon at the wall.
I zapped you.
It's fun.
That was right there. I died of that. Oh, hell no.
W. Anyway, we kind of pulled on like a million threads there. What's up, Jojo? We pulled on a lot of threads there. We didn't really get to like finish them all. So like, okay. Let me ready up again. I'm probably gonna get in the game instant, so it's gonna be hard to like make this. So there's like three or four different threads here. So let's go back and read some things. Oh, that means you said that means he had no decision-making power. He was not able to make any decisions for the job he was tasked with. He was able to have influence in the community, which I don't think he's denying. He did deny that multiple times in the podcast. He tried to downplay it a bunch, but then he caught himself on a lie when he said that SDF invited him personally to the headquarters of Iron Mace, which he thought was he was being invited to talk about marketing, and he was actually being thanked for how much influence his podcast had. He's downplayed that 3 or 4 times, actually. One, the biggest thing where he just kind of sloughs it off in the podcast. But 2, in general, every other person was trying to say that his podcast doesn't do anything for the community. It's not that big of a deal. It's my own personal thing. It's on the side. But the thing is, it's his own personal thing on the side, which is helping his own. Do you have DBs to sell? No, I'm broke, bro. I don't have any named items. But he's helping his own personal business grow via his own personal podcast, which technically wasn't really his own personal podcast, although in writing it would be, but it was really the official channel for Iron Mace and was an Iron Mace sanctioned podcast, realistically. If you don't believe that his employment at Iron Mace had any sway on who and how many people tuned into the podcast, or who and how many people tuned into the podcast and then also tuned into streamers that he was hosting on the I mean, I'm only looking for a Bloodthirst to run at one time, and I don't particularly care because I'm kind of over the game, to be honest. So, like, that in itself is just strange, but it just depends on what you deem to be wrong or what you think is, like, the Warmaul and the Bardiche are the only weapons you can use aside from, like, Viking Sword Club. Like, the Warmaul is arguably the best weapon, but you can't swing it in some modules, and it's not good versus certain characters using certain things. So, yeah, next time would have made it better, but it would have made it pay to win. But it would have been a better game to play overall, for sure. If you can stand pay to win stuff. And then the other avenue to go down there is like, do you not think it's a little bit shameless or strange or misleading when Soma is working at Iron Mace, then he's promoting streamers, and then the streamers are promoting Iron Mace pay to win mechanics? Like, do you not see how it's kind of like a machine at this point? Well, that's not entirely true because a lot of the information they were giving out was through OnePeg's channel, and OnePeg has more subs than Jay, and OnePeg is actually bases his whole career off being a news disseminator. So there were definitely more than one channel and way to get out your information. They just specifically chose someone because someone worked at the company, right? That's why it was an Iron Mace official sanctioned channel. Like, because someone worked. They even tried to make their own. What's the goal here? Was Soma? Soma definitely did. There's no hate on that. The hate on Soma is basically because Soma's kind of a piece of shit person. Realistically, he's kind of like a piece of shit person, it seems like. And also the whole, like, if you want to call it that, although it's not probably officially, but it's like a little quid pro quo with streamers. So there's all that thing, and then like, let's go. I don't know where the official clip is from his actual video, but the only person that I know has a clip of the alleged thing that I was referring to on Paint is One Peg. So we're gonna have to suffer a little bit, but you know. I was in the process of it. I kind of had a mind map written out, but then not like this kind of covered a bunch of things. Okay, so
Looks like
Visored Salad has more headshot damage reduction.
we have so much fighting here.
Immediately before that, right after he leaves the inventory, you can hear a wizard casting a lightning strike. Plain as day. It's right there. So automatically you hear a lightning strike on the wall, outside to the left, probably in this hallway right here, would be my guess. But
The problem is the thing is, the thing about the YouTube video, if I were to make one, is it's less about the facts now because the facts have already been laid out. It's more about me being trying to make more like digs about like the actions of people. So I don't know that I necessarily want to do it, but the problem is like the only reason why I think I should do it is because so many people somehow still come away with the wrong conclusion from watching all the videos. Right? It's not really personal opinions. What I'm saying is fact. It's like we can objectively call someone a piece of shit if they're doing bad things, right? We can objectively say that like there was a little bit of conflict of interest, right? But I feel like people just are kind of missing the whole
enough
picture.
to put him, like,
This is the demo situation. Like I don't know how you can explain this clip.
to caution. He figures maybe they had the line of sight cut off because the pillar's in the way. Maybe they walk straight back, trying to keep line of sight cut off the demo, and they work their way through this.
So like it's kind of hard to see from his clip, but this is basically what happens. Demo walks into the room, he's looting a body. He hears a wizard lightning strike over here, and somehow Demo has the genius idea to do this. Walk across the middle of elevator and goblin caves, round a pillar, stop right here. Then he hears one footstep of a rogue that's invis. But why did he go this way and pre-invis anyway before hearing a footsteps? No, that doesn't make you a bad person. What makes you a bad person is calling not like this a grifter, calling not like this talking about his grandma, a sob story, not and all the other defamatory and like inflamed things he said at not like this originally, especially if there was a Nothing Burger video. If the whole situation was a Nothing Burger, then Soma wouldn't have any reason to be so angered and inflamed and say terrible things about not like this repeatedly. Right? It's not mid. Anyway, if you could explain this chain of events to prove that Demo is not a cheater, I would love to hear how you get this conclusion that Demo isn't a cheater. Like, how do you explain this? But he didn't really drag him through the mud. He just kind of stated a bunch of facts, right? And then again, if you believe that what you did wasn't wrong, then there's nothing to complain about, right? Well, it didn't really like again. He's trying to get him on a sales call, bro. Like, of course, he's trying to work with him. He's trying to make money. He's putting them. He's trying to sell him a service, bro. No, it doesn't make him a bad person inherently. What makes him a bad person is the fact that he said all the things afterwards in the aftermath. What claims were unsubstantiated about Soma? I don't understand what claim you think Not Like This made that was unsubstantiated. He said bad things about a guy saying bad things about him. I don't think Not Like This originally in his first video said anything about Soma's family. I think the point that he was making was when Soma was complaining about the treatment from Iron Mace at the end, he used his family as a deflection, kind of like what Wempeg did. What about not like this egoing Toddfather and then being salty he wasn't in the pods? Well, that's like really silly too. So like, here's the thing, right? There's like a million threads here. Okay, so we'll come back to this thing. Okay, like, so here's the list, right? But it's not. But it's not just. The thing is, like, you see, I don't understand how you're conceding all these little things together one by one. You're conceding all these little things, and then you're not putting them all together to create an entire picture. Yeah, the DMs were him trying to sell a service, bro. Yeah, he was being nice. He was trying to promote Not Like This in the creator sphere of Dark and Darker so that he can get a partnership deal with someone who he boosted in the Dark and Darker sphere. Okay, let's just work out one thing. Okay, so here's the pod schedule, okay? Here's the pod schedule, right? Here's the pod schedule. Here's the Toddfather episode. Not Like This says, I don't want to be on the episode with Toddfather. Someone says, that's a little weird, but okay. Why wasn't he invited back to any other podcast ever? No, he said, I would never want to be friends or be even remotely associated with Toddfather. Okay, that's like actually a W take. I don't want to be associated with Toddfather either. He invited him to the new podcast, which started like way after the fucking drama started, bro. That was his save face, bro. Come on. But that's not why he was talking shit. Like, I don't understand how you guys don't get that. He didn't want to be on this episode with Toddfather. Then Not Like This refused to invite him on every other episode. If we're trying to say that Not Like This wasn't playing, if we're trying to say that Soma wasn't playing favorites, and like, we're trying to get mad at Not Like This for not wanting to be associated with Toddfather. I don't understand. Like, he's complaining that he wasn't. He's alluding to the fact that he wasn't invited back on the podcast. He makes he alleges that he wasn't invited because two things. One, because he didn't want to be on with Toddfather, which is originally why the first episode got canceled. And then the second thing he's alleging is that potentially someone didn't want to put him back on the podcast because he had declined the offer of sponsorship or whatever the fuck you want to call it, management. If Soma was trying to not play favorites, and if Soma says in his own words that he didn't not want to invite Not Like This back, then why didn't he get invited back on any other episode? Well, actually, it's not that he didn't want to go. He was invited, and under the assumption that it was a he had a handful of people on that he wasn't representing, but the people that he was representing were on multiple times. I mean, some of them were only on like 1, 2 or 3 times. Some of them were on more, upwards of 5 or 6. Hold on, I gotta focus up here. What are we fighting? A ranger, wizard, melee wizard?
You hop on the wizard, bro. Lock in. You hop on the wizard, instacast. I fucking delete him.
Bro, I was running a windless with 70 fist power.
Oh yeah, dude. I was running a straight glass cannon build the other day that Double gave me. 70% fizz power. It was like 72%, and I had a windless, and I fucking collided these two.
He collided 2 people and 1 tapped him.
And we both just shot him like 1 time.
Yeah, they literally. It was a cleric too, with PDR.
Yeah, it was a cleric and
2 dead.
I don't remember. A bard maybe? Was it a bard? I don't know.
Yeah.
I had that max range down pretty good.
It's so funny because you use them once with the windless, and no matter who they are and what they are, they have to run or heal or be dead. But you missed the
Unless
win
they're
list, and
fucking
then you're
for
fucked.
all Viola team, then they just fucking.
Yo, I'm dead.
No.
Look how little damage it does to me. That shit would have literally put me like actually dead, but my PDR 62.7.
Wait, why do you have like?
That's a lot of PDR. That's probably the most I've seen in a ring.
Oh, why do I got the Magus? These
Yeah,
are the
bro,
Magus that Sparky gave me,
62.
bro. These are the Magus that Sparky gave me, man. Oh, it's a road. What the fuck?
Yeah, but Bruno, then why did he say that he didn't invite Saramore, the Warlock player, specifically because he didn't like him? That guy should have been invited. He was gonna get invited, and then he didn't invite him because he didn't like him. He was a super popular Warlock player until they quit the game.
W.
I just wanted to see how much I could really tank, and that was a fuck
Is that guy
ton, bro.
geared?
I don't know, but did you see how much I tanked? I took 3 stabs and I was only down like a quarter of my HP.
And the Nightmare Archer.
Dude,
hit me
imagine,
once.
now
And the
imagine
Nightmare
you
Archer
had
hit me,
fucking
yeah.
12% on your fucking spear, bro.
Yeah.
So fucking tanky.
Oh, this guy's gonna be fun.
Oh, druids are not tanky. Oh, wait.
Oh, he full stripped
dropped
him.
everything.
And he's
Okay.
going red. GG.
This game is good.
I'm not even kidding. He's going to jump into red. Oh, maybe.
Yes. Yes, you would literally invite someone that you hate if it's an Iron Mace sponsored dinner. Yes, you would invite someone that's in the best interest of Iron Mace, not in the best interest of yourself. Yes. Yes, literally, yes. If the guy's really popular in the game and inviting him gives him more opportunity to promote your game, yes, you would invite the guy that you don't like. Yes. Where is it, Travis? W. Chicken Jackie. It's actually very good. No, 100 streamers shouldn't have been invited. That's not what we're arguing, bro. Saramore was like one of the most popular streamers at the time. But he invited people with little to no influence on the game, like his boomer buddy Arcane Armor. And he didn't invite Saramore because he didn't like him. Who was supposed to be invited, as far as I can tell from what they were saying. Although that might be speculation. But as far as I can tell from demeanor from what they're saying, that's what was supposed to happen. And then he said no, because I don't like him. So yes, you're supposed to invite people that have the most influence. Yes. That was the whole point. I mean, I never heard of Arcane Armor until like fucking 5 days ago, to be honest with you. And I didn't even know that they had a podcast until like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. To be perfectly honest with you. Is that my church close? No, but I wish it was. I mean, not a lot of people that I know knew about him. I thought it was like a meme. I thought when he said Arcane Armor, he was talking about something in the game. You're still misrepresentation, Arcane Armor, aren't you? No. It is a little bit, only because people are in here shilling for Soma, which is fine. How do you get hands on some non-plastic t-shirt? You gotta find like a good online supplier, or you gotta fucking like take a little hike to Italy or something. I knew about the podcast 3 weeks ago, bro. I had no idea who Arcane Armor was until the Not Like This video. I honestly did. I know Ken. I didn't even know Ken was a part of that podcast, and I watch Ken. Like, I watch Ken's streams, and I didn't even know Ken had a podcast, bro. So, like, let's just kind of, like, take a step back and like... Well, I don't care about, like, the when I said I don't care, like, I don't care about the thing in the grand scheme, the grand scheme of things. Like, it doesn't really affect me. I just like talking about it because I like sussing out when people are being like fake and like retarded, right? Like, especially when like not one peg like called himself a cock muncher and shit like that. Like, shit's just funny to me. Well, he's kind of worse than Roach. He said some unhinged things in there, which is why I called him a sociopath. But I don't think he fucked up his own chances. I think he declined a couple opportunities when he thought it wouldn't fit him, but then he got completely ousted afterwards. Because Eshok basically only plays Ranger, and he has a million Warlord Rangers because he just plays Ranger only. Right? I sound like Not Like This when I'm salty about being not. Well, I have no stake in it, so I don't know.
Ew.
I'll say this. Shock is the only person that I
saying
lose consistently to, and it's annoying.
Yeah.
If you were
you
talking about
just got him like Shock, bro.
Yeah, but
that helps our argument. If I'm on Barbie and you're on Ranger, that's the same thing then.
Oh man, he's talking
Yeah, but
about
I'm on a fighter though, a lot of the time. And
No,
I
I'm
do
saying
get
when me and
spot
Ice play the real game.
What?
Shock helps a lot because he's shooting with an arrow, so if we play the same comp,
Alright, well, I just got.
good.
God damn! Yes, I'm shooting.
Yeah, well, I'm getting deleted as
every
well. I'm
time we
getting
fought,
projectile
I shoot the
spam.
people that you're fighting, bro.
I'm saying I don't even know why we're arguing about this. We do good until we fight 4 all named. Like, it's chill, bro.
I didn't say shit. You were the one saying shit. What the hell?
Yeah, because I got mad myself.
I'm gonna die from that.
I don't like losing
2 stabs.
Bro,
how on earth
Crash out.
did this happen already?
What?
I left the other channel so I could focus and hear what the fuck is going on, and then I unmute for 5 minutes, and there's 50 people in here screaming.
Yeah, that's why I died too as well.
Oh sure, yeah, that's why you died. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, if you're in here, just try to spectate. That's it, bro. Sorry. Some people want to lock in. I mean, I'm like chilling, you know, but
Oh, hell no.
I don't want to make you work too hard here.
We're losing the Fatty, Fizzu, Fan, Fado, Chipu.
Yo, I saw hella stacked right now, bro.
Yo, calm down, bro. Let them play, bro. Yeah, chill out.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
Yeah, I should have done.
They're talking.
Oh shit.
Bye, Otto. Bye.
Wow, that face right through him. That's crazy work, bro. Ranger's dead.
Bro, I did so much damage.
Yeah, yeah, I just gotta.
I did 200 damage.
Nice. I think I play move speed only.
Ooh, that's
now.
a scary sight. I'm slowed down. Please, no, not like this. Please, not like this. Hey!
Where's my Wiz?
I'm definitely dead.
Flash our Ranger.
You guys are in the DMs, in the comments about the DMs, you guys are conflating two different like timelines is the problem, right? Like the DMs from Not Like This, when he was doing the interrogation shit, only appeared after Not Like This has already decided to make up his mind about making a video about Soma being the way he is, right? It had nothing to do with that, right? So show what the DMs, I mean, you can go back and watch the DMs. It doesn't really matter that much. The DMs are just him saying, the DMs go in two time zones, right? It's time zone 1 is I'm trying to get this guy to work with me, and time zone 2 is he's interrogating me because he's making a video on me. We can go read them afterwards if we really want to, but it doesn't really matter that much.
No. Hit the sword.
Sorry, I'm kind of just running in circles here.
I hit every single one on their team. Every single one of them.
I'm gonna get... Nope, I'm alive. W.
You love Bray.
Oh god, I missed. Thank you for the move speed slow. I think somewhere we kind of lost the plot. Well, I mean, it only matters to me in that I like to I'm showcasing like how like stupid these people are. I don't particularly care about what happens to Not Like This. I don't particularly care what happens to Soma. I mean, obviously I care about the fact that like there was a funnel of streamers being promoted to the community, and certain people weren't included, like people that I know that I think should have been included, like Urban Gent or whatever. But like, other than that, I don't particularly care. It is a bit annoying and deceiving to figure out all this information, which he claimed was very public knowledge, which it obviously wasn't because nobody knew about it until Not Like This made a video. I'm more jaded for other people that I know that were kind of snubbed. Urban Gent. Even Euthyphro kind of got snubbed a little bit. Some other people that would just kind of felt like they were snubbed. But I mean... so there's all that, but like aside from that, like the DMs basically are in two time zones, right? Like the time zone of when I'm being nice and Not Like This because I'm trying to get them to work with me, and then yeah, but like that's not really what it was though. First of all, he plugged the t-shirt first. He plugged the stuff first. and then he trauma dumped, supposedly, if you want to call it a trauma dump, but it's not really a trauma dump. Really what he was doing is he was kind of just explaining where he was to his audience. It wasn't really a trauma dump. Could he have made it in a second video? Yeah, I guess. But also it gives context to the fact that when people were trying to claim that he wasn't around for the Twitch drops, which he was, the reason why he may have not been around after the Twitch drops, which is what people were claiming that he hadn't been streaming forever, was because he was dealing with family issues, right? So, like, it does provide context. Again, like, if you take the two time zones of Soma being nice because he's trying to get a client and you separate them, and then when Soma's being defensive because he's kind of being interrogated, which I do agree with Bruno in the sense that I don't think Not Like This should have said the whole, like, at the end of his interrogation type deal, that he was kind of trying to, like, play it off as like, yeah, don't worry about it, whatever, it's just a nothing, I'm just making a video or whatever. He should have probably explained himself more like, hey, yeah, I'm making a video about things that I think are happening in the community. I don't think you should ever, like, try to play the fence and be ambiguous if you're going to try to make a video on somebody. I just say that you're going to make a video on him, right? I don't think he should have, if he was going to be interrogative, then he should have just stuck with that the whole time rather than trying to, like, play a little safe face after, which I also call that a scumbaggy a little bit. Like, it's a little bit weird. Like, just, if you're going to make a video and you're trying to interrogate him, just interrogate him. Like, ask the questions and just fully commit, right? But, again, like, I don't particularly worry about that. But, like, again, the whole time he's quote-unquote being nice, he's being nice in terms of he's trying to get a client. So I don't think you can consider that as Soma being nice just because he's being nice for nice's sake. He answered a couple questions, but he didn't really give the answers that we were looking for. That's why Soma, like, the whole time this was going on, is painting the picture of, like, I don't have to divulge anything because I'm a contractor at Iron Mace, but also I already told you everything, even though I don't have to tell you anything, right? I'd have to go back and read every single thing, word for word, what he was asking or I'd have to go watch my own video when I was watching it, to be honest with you, to, like, give you a concrete answer right now, because I don't remember everything that he asked, but it felt like he was asking more pertinent questions about, like, the things that he was or was not disclosing, and and Soma was saying that he did disclose things when technically he really didn't. I mean, if you don't want to listen to me talk about it, then don't talk about it. I'm talking about it because I think it's interesting. I don't have any stake in the matter. I just think it's interesting. I'm not allowed to talk about things that I'm interested in my own chat, in my own stream. Like, I don't know about that. And the thing is, about Repose and Jay, we give Soma credit and we give Soma a slight pass on Repose and Jay because Soma was managing those two people before he worked at Iron Mace. So we give those guys a pass. That's why I was relatively nice on Jay's part in terms of, like, the whole thing being a little bit sketchy, and somewhat Repose's part, even though they were kind of being dicks to not like this. Even if the being a dick was, like, quote unquote justified, I give them a little bit of a pass because they were being managed before he started working at Iron Mace, but only when he had community managers. Well, I'm not interested enough to go dig up right now because I'm streaming and I'm playing the game. I was doing digging on my own time off stream. I just hadn't completed a video. I had a mind map made with people's opinions and what they said so I could nail them down on things, and I had timestamps in it. I just haven't finished it. Right? Well, I don't think he was being deceiving. He was trying to get information out because he clearly was making a video, but I just don't think he should have said, I don't think the part where he alludes to trying to not sound like a dick is, like, necessary. Like, if you're trying to get him on something, then just say, like, yeah, okay, he did play it like it wasn't a big deal, but, like, I think he was saying it as in, like, it's not a big deal if you answer the questions because we already have the information. We just want you to answer the information, right? Is assuming what I'm saying. But you could be right and I could be wrong, and he could be more of a rat that I'm alluding to. But I didn't think that him doing all this stuff was inherently like good faith either. But like the thing is, I don't think if he even remotely talked to any about this privately that anything would have come out of it, or that they would have just shunned him and shut the door on the whole story anyway, right? So it's kind of like a catch-22 almost, where it's like you gotta kind of, you want him to say something, you want to kind of get the information out, but like if you do it, you're gonna seem like a dick anyway, even though it might not be relevant to everybody. But I also do find it weird that like, how come Iron Mace didn't know about this? No one at Iron Mace knew about this? Maybe. I mean, like, so, like, his tone at the end was definitely not good. But, like, I assume that's because he felt like he was cheated, right? So, like, I give a little bit credit. That's why I'm not so hard on Soma for responding the way he did. I'm more hard on the streamers for responding the way they did. But, like, Soma said some unhinged things. So, like, I definitely give Soma credit for, like, he could have, yeah, but they were already talking. You wouldn't say hi in the middle of your already ongoing DM like that, right? So like, I don't think that matters too much. I do think he should have said, hey, maybe just be like, hey, you want to answer some questions or whatever. But I don't think he needed to necessarily say that per se. Well, they didn't talk for a long time because Soma ended up ghosting him. Actually, if you caught that, Soma ghosted him after the Twitch dinner for like 7 months, and then they were talking for a little bit, and then after that, it was like. No, sorry, it was like 4 months, and then they had another sprout of talking, and then there was like another 4-month dry spell of not talking, as far as I recall correctly. Do you not think that's also weird that like he declines the dinner and now someone never wants to talk to him ever again? Thanks, Maui. I appreciate that, boss. Not to like get off track and pull on another thread or anything like that. All right, I gotta lock in real quick. Yeah, but the thing is, you're misunderstanding Bruno. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because he's supposed to be worried about people like Not Like This, because Not Like This is a content creator and he's managing the game. He's trying to get exposure for the game. So not talking to one of the biggest creators in the game at the time is not doing your job now. Now we're just not doing our job. Double whiz. I whiffed. I'm being mega kited here.
There's 2 wizards, bro.
Yeah.
The other wizard. Why is it always currency with double wizard, bro? I swear.
Nice job. Oh my god, these classes are so fast, it's fucking ridiculous. Killed one. Killed 2. Am I fighting 3 wizards, bro?
Yes, you are.
I body blocked it and didn't hand stuff him. That's crazy work, bro. I blocked it with the, and I put it on his hand and it didn't.
I mean, Double said he's getting a team on. It's Alex God, Double, and Budo. So those are free licks if I ever seen them.
I definitely thought that would hand clank. I felt like I put it right on his fucking hand and it did block, but like, This is weird. Oh, one of them's AFK. I'm just holding this wizard hostage in here, Loki. What is he saying? Wait, what'd you say? Unlucky. Wait, like how? I don't understand. Like, how are we admitting that Soma has the ability to grow people's channels in the Dark and Darker community, and there's not a conflict of interest? Like, I don't understand that. Like, now we're conceding that Soma had enough influence to grow people's channels, but there's not a conflict of interest because he works for the company. And then they would promote company ideas like the season pass that people were shilling for. Notice how all the creators were shilling for the season pass, except for me, of course. As you can see, I did not buy the season pass. Do you think that's like weird? Maybe I'm just not seeing right, but it seems like I am. And also, it doesn't matter that Soma. I mean, it doesn't matter that Not Like This didn't want to help himself because it's not about that. The thing is, it's not about whether he wants to help himself or not. It's about what's best for Iron Mace. And what's best for Iron Mace is to get all the biggest creators on the platform or talked about on the platform at all times. I mean, that's a valid, like, I don't necessarily hate anyone that bought it or whatever. As long as you just stand on business with it, right? Like, I think it's pay to win a little bit. Definitely more than like the average thing, like even more so than the skins. But like I said, if you just say like, yeah, I don't mind it, whatever, I don't care. But like, it's the people that were trying to weasel around it saying that it wasn't pay to win, which is kind of just kind of cringe. Like One Peg and all these, and even like Grace and the other guy that works at Anime Store is like, yeah, it's not pay to win, bro. Just admit that it's a little bit pay to win, and then no one cares. Yeah, that's true. It just saves you time and it prevents you from getting in a down bad rut. I understand that. Yeah, that's true. But like, you have to also understand that Soma is thinking sort of like a marketer in a sense like that. Like, I'm not saying that Soma was inherently being like evil to Not Like This in the DMs or anything like that. But I think the other things that he said about him were pretty unjustified. Regardless of whether or not he was being like, imagine if someone called my friend a thief, right? And I knew he wasn't a thief. Do you respond to the person calling your friend a thief by calling the guy a piece of shit fucking loser, grifter, sob story, cuck, whatever the fuck other vernacular was used by all the other people? Or do you just say, nah, I think you have the wrong opinion about my friend. I don't think any of that was really inherently true. Yeah, but he was heated, but like, but it's not really a hit piece because like, if none of the claims are substantiated and it's really a nothing burger and there's nothing wrong, as much as I don't want to get like Orwellian vibes in here, if there was nothing wrong or that he didn't do anything wrong or there was no intrinsic wrongdoing or shade, then why would he even care that much? Like, if someone made a video about me claiming something that I didn't do, why I wouldn't just like go off and like fucking make fun of him because he talked about his grandma on stream and shit like that. No, I think they were in context for the point that he was trying to. No, I think they were in context for the point he was trying to make. I think for the point that Not Like This was trying to make, which that Soma was trying to be fake friendly and recruit him into his side business, the DMs that Not Like This showed were fine. I mean, I might just be reading them differently than you guys because it's like a personal opinion thing, but like it's obviously that he was trying to be a fake salesman to him, right? Like I don't think any of the things that Soma said was like overly like him being a genuine person, right? Because I feel like if he was just being a genuine person, then when Not Like This declined one offer to be on a podcast or whatever, I don't think that you would just randomly drop him when you're trying to promote the company's best interest, right? Well, you could say that he was nice in DMs, but he wasn't nice about extending any sort of olive branch that he was originally extending. It seems like this, right? We'll get rid of like Soma's demeanor or niceness or anything like that, right? Out of like the context for like a second. But it seems like this is like the situation in my eyes, right? Here's Soma. Here's Not Like This. Soma extends an olive branch in the hopes that he will bear fruit from the olive branch one day. Not Like This says, yeah, I don't really want that olive branch, but I still would want to be around. I just want it to be in like my own way. And someone goes, yeah, you rejected my olive branch, so now I'm no longer extending the olive branch to you ever again. Even though the olive branch that I'm extending, I should be extending because it's in the best interest of Iron Mace. Is that a good way to explain it? I feel like that's a really good way to explain it, right? Soma gives the olive branch to this guy under the impression that he's going to work with him and be a partner and he's going to get the fruits from the olive branch. Even though he should have been extending the olive branch in the first place because it's in Iron Mace's best interest. He rejects the olive branch and then because he doesn't want it in that way, he wants a different olive branch. And then he says, yeah, I'm not giving you the olive branch anymore because you didn't want it my way. Well, like, so it depends on what you believe. Let's go to Soma. Fuck. I'll try to show you the DMs that I'm talking about, but let's see if it's this one. No, that's not actually what happened exactly. That's not exactly what happened, but you're partially right, Bruno. As far as I understand what he said he wanted to invite his friends because he was under the intention the entire time that the dinner was more like a public dinner that they had done previous, which they invited way more people, and that people were invited, other streamers were inviting other streamer buddies, and it was more of like a Twitch dinner because it was at TwitchCon, which is where this one took place. And then once he figured out it was more like a private dinner experience where Soma was in charge of this, and it wasn't really like an Iron Mace inviting all the creators. It was more like Soma inviting people that he deemed worthy of being invited on Iron Mace's dime. Then Soma decided that Not Like This decided he didn't want to go. But he decided that under the pretext that Soma was using this as an opportunity to gain more partners because that's what he had already tried to do to Not Like This previous in the DMs. Does that make sense? Well, they weren't random people. They were other streamers. We're assuming what though? We're assuming what? That he did those things? No, he said that he did those things for that reason. He said that he didn't go to the dinner because it was an exclusive private dinner. And not open to Twitch like we're at TwitchCon, come to the Twitch dinner, basically, that Iron Mace is hosting. At this point, Not Like This already rejected working with Soma. Yeah, but like, again, see, like, well, I'm going to nail you down on that for a second, okay? Why would not wanting to work with Soma on his side business have any impact on your career streaming the game Dark and Darker? Can you explain that to me? Why you think that's like fair? Not wanting to work with someone on their side business somehow makes you implicated in not being able to be part of other Iron Mace activities? God, I hate this fucking map. He was streaming the game though. My weapon doesn't work. My bad. I griefed.
Yo, direct on all three. Direct on all three.
I'm attempting to come. Pause. I'm wizarded. What's speculation? I don't know. I believe the podcast rejection was after the dinner rejection, and he did get invited to the dinner because obviously someone was still trying to recruit him, right? Is my understanding of the situation, although I could be wrong. But like that's obviously what that dinner was for, right? Because all the people that were there, except for like Sequisha, who was already big enough to be on his own, were people that he was trying to recruit, like the lore. What am I stuck on? Oh, lovely. Oh, I'm roasting alive. No way that doesn't connect, bro. I don't believe it. Oh my god, I'm immediately dead. No, not like this has like many large videos. Like more than a quarter of videos have over 200,000 views.
Push, bro.
This is kind of cringe, bro.
We need a real team to come out so we don't have to fight this like shit.
Hold those stairs. You want me to go below? Or you want to go below?
I'm gonna go behind them, yeah.
Okay.
You're going this side.
Oh, they're already on E-Shocks. Yeah, I'm gonna go back up top.
They're all downstairs, all downstairs. Two wizards right there.
Hit the Sork once, but my weapon hit the wall. Sork's twice. Sork is absolute. Not like this was relevant for a very long time. Like a very long time. But that might be because you're probably better than the average player at the game. If you were a Timmy at the game, not like this was like literally your hero. Low-key.
Oh, other side, they're gonna be right there. Yeah, they're already up top.
One wizard dead.
He's about to be shocked about it.
Yeah, no. Now he just probably healed up.
The Sork is really weak. You teleported up there with you, Maui?
Oh, that flame wall is gonna kill me. W. Alright, Alright, see you guys in 10 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's not how it happened, though. He said, buy my t-shirt, and then he said, and the reason why I've been gone was because my grandmother died. It wasn't in reverse. I feel like that's a big misconception. Like, it wasn't like, my grandma died, buy my t-shirt. It was, hey, I've been working on this merch store for a long time, and if you guys want to donate, donate, and then here's where why I haven't been on. I don't think it was the other way around, was it? And even if he did do that, I don't think the two are related at all. Like, I don't think you can relate the two, considering he was already going to do that before, and he was merely explaining why he wasn't gone. I mean, could it have been another video? Yeah. Should it have been another video? Maybe. But, like... Yeah, I mean, again, does that matter that he made Fuck Iron Mace merch? Oh, what's up, Docha, bro? How you been, bro? I didn't sign an NDA. I wish I would have. Because I would have broke it. Yeah, that's good, bro. Good to hear. I'm chilling for the most. Dude, Not Like This didn't even do any defamation. If anyone did defamation, it was Soma. How are we coming away with this? Like, how are we coming away with this? Not Like This did defamation. Soma did. I mean, Not Like This didn't do any defamation. Soma did. Soma painted him as a mentally ill mental case, and Soma said, oh, what game? This game. I'll put it on stream for a sec. It's called Hunger, just so you have the right one. This game.
Peggy.
This game looks like it's going to be a really good game. He only mentioned the mental health stuff in the video afterwards, but like the thing is, that's not what Soma was doing. Soma was making it seem though that he was mentally ill the entire time, and that's why he didn't work with him and stuff like that. That's what he was saying. Soma was using Joe's statement about me having a mental health issue in the last like couple months. And I don't even think he really even said that. And he was painting Not Like This to be mentally unwell the entire time that he was describing the conversations. He was putting Joe in the context of being mentally unwell while they were having conversations over 8 months ago. No, but it wasn't 10 seconds of a 2-hour stream. He said it multiple times, and he said it, Jay said it, Odin said it, One Peg said it. Not Like This. I mean, what's his name? The M-Boss said it. Every other person related to Soma, working with him and in his orbit that are his friends, all said it. They all said it. They were all saying it repeatedly. All 8 of them were saying it. So Bad said it. But what are we saying? They were all saying the same thing. I mean, you might think he comes across as mentally unwell, but that doesn't mean that you should that he can be called that, and you can use that to characterize his whole DMs as being mentally unwell, which is what someone did. Right? Like, very clearly someone did that. No, they specifically used the word mentally unwell and mentally ill multiple times. And it wasn't just one person, it was all of them saying it too. Let's see if we can find the DMs. Exactly. Not that I think the DMs really show anything if you're not willing to like accept that he was trying to be nice to get him to work with him. So like I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Well, we only care about that because he's using it to paint. He's using it to make it seem as though the things that not like this was saying about what someone was actually doing was untrue. That's why we care about it.
It's fantastic, and I really enjoyed working.
Also, another thing that would really hinder Soma, but I don't think we'd ever get the information out, is if we could correlate time to being invited on the podcast to time to being partnered with someone, but we never get that information. We only have one instance of this, and it's not like this where he invited him on the podcast first and then immediately sent him the offer to be partners afterwards. But like, if we could get information on when the other people were offered the same partner, sort of like arrangement, and then when they got on the podcast would be another useful piece of information. But obviously I can't get anyone to admit that, and no one will ever DM me the information, right? Like I'm never going to get so bad who's like shitting on this guy to like admit or say when he was when he was offered partnered with Odin, right? I'm never going to get any of those guys to admit that. I mean, I could try, I guess, but they're never going to admit that, right? He reschedules, okay, whatever. Yeah, they confirm it, whatever, I don't care. He's wondering if he's too negative on the pod, okay, whatever. He's talking about how he wants to be a creator, okay, whatever. Yeah, I don't understand why this is why this was a problem. Okay. And then he replies, he says, blah, blah, blah. Iron Mace cannot currently do any sort of interviews. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Then he pitches him the pitch. Like, this is just like, okay, this is the pitch. Then he's like, even if you read this, right? Like, let's say you're just a random guy and you read like just this, right? Like, how are we going from here's my pitch for you to work with me, and then immediately saying I'm still doing the criteria for drops 1? Like, how does this not immediately show like a conflict of interest? Even if we don't know at this time that like his suggestions may have fallen deaf ears, how is this not like an immediate like red flag conflict of interest? Hey, I would like to manage you as a content creator on the side. By the way, I'm going over the criteria for who's going to be invited to the drops on day 1. Yeah, but it doesn't matter because the work that he does at Iron Mace directly promotes these people to have bigger channels, thus granting them sponsorships, right? His authority at Iron Mace makes his personal podcast grow. The authority that Iron Mace granted him, which makes his personal podcast grow, indirectly grows other people's channels. Do you see what we're getting at here? The authority from Iron Mace gives him authority on the podcast, which makes his podcast grow, which makes the people that he has on the podcast grow. If someone didn't work for Iron Mace, the podcast wouldn't have been nearly as big. Yeah. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have answered this at this. I'm only illustrating this because this right here,
All right,
and these two DMs paints the conflict of interest, right? I don't care that he answered the question. I'm only showing you guys this or highlighting this because this shows you this is the conflict of interest or I've been referring to the entire time. What you don't believe they do, but I believe they do. And I believe I'm correct. I just gave you the piece, bro. Here's Soma's podcast. Here's Soma's podcast now that he works at Iron Mace. Iron Mace directly grew Soma's podcast. Soma's podcast has influence, which makes other streamers grow. Him working at Iron Mace directly makes other people's streams grow. Yeah, you might have. Again, you might have. But it doesn't dissuade from the fact that while he was working at Iron Mace, this was the official channel for Iron Mace information. Yeah, that's fine. You can still do that. It still doesn't take away from the conflict of interest. His being at Iron Mace directly promotes those smaller streamers. So I don't understand how you can say not working with him or that there isn't a conflict of interest. Lock in, bro. Not even switching to my melee gear. I know it's going to be triple caster, brother. Wizard, Druid, Rogue, Wizard, Druid, Wizard, Rogue. Oh my god, I'm whiffing. It's a cleric, I lied. I whiffed. I thought it was a druid. Oh, I don't deny that. 100% streamers will solve the podcast girl without a doubt. So what? Rogue, cleric, wizard. See it, Bane, bro. Rogue on corner. I'm slowed. Rogue dead. Dead. Nice. Bye, Echelon, bro. I mean, I was already working on one. I just don't know how I'm gonna present it because most of the stuff I was gonna talk about was already talked about in the previous video. So, or the not like this video. So I'd more have to harp on other things that I wasn't fully planning on, like going into detail. Hit him once, twice, 3 times, you dead. Cleric once, twice. I mean, yeah, they don't understand, but like, it's. I think the reason why it's so hard to communicate it or like to explain it is because people have varying definitions on what they deem to be a conflict of interest, and they don't see Iron Mace as being a key importance as to why Jordan had any influence over the game whatsoever. What will happen is people will just accredit all the influence that Jordan has to like Jay or something like that, right? They're like, yeah, his podcast would have grown anyway because of Jay, which is partially true. I do think Jay played an extreme role in the podcast, but I also think that being one of the most official Iron Mace channels, and the fact that he had authority at Iron Mace and was actively bringing on the devs from the Iron Mace, like, do we have a count? Is there a count of how many times one of the devs or someone at Iron Mace, aside from Soma, went on the Hold the Line podcast? Is there a count of that? Like, he doesn't have description, so I don't really want to click on every single one. I'm willing to assume that the answer is like 0. So Soma before he worked, obviously. I would assume that's before he worked at Iron Mace, just before. Like, is there one episode where the devs are on this podcast? So far, the plan is to remove solos and duos from High Roller, and random modifiers are probably getting clamped, if not entirely removed, in the way that you know them. They'll still be in the game, but you won't get like 4 of them on a piece of gear. I don't think so. I'm not sure about that, Zox. I don't think so, though. I think that was basically in play when he basically started working. It was already kind of in play. Like, am I wrong here? Like, am I missing something? I don't think a dev ever went on this podcast, right? I don't feel like clicking through 17,000. Oh, wait, special CEO interview. Wait. Okay, so they got him on once. So I'm assuming every single time that CEO is mentioned. So one time. maybe 2. It's not mentioned again like that, so I'd have to just guess. But like, how many times is he on the fucking Darkest Hour? Like fucking every other episode, I swear to God, SDF and the devs are on that fucking thing. Right? Like if you had to let's like make a random guess based on things that you've seen, do you think that SDF and the boys are more in line and are more supportive and are more up to date with the Darkest Hour podcast or this podcast? And do you think that could be because maybe someone works for them? Being the market manager I am and being a content creator manager for big streamers on the side, there's a conflict. As someone just to help the streamers you are working with to get cost much to get more views and more money and viewers. It's not necessarily in the best interest of I am a marketing manager. Well, it depends on what you mean by that, because he didn't have any authority at like Iron Mace, but like his podcast is essentially an extension of Iron Mace, and his podcast was the thing he was using to promote the streamers. So in that case, he did. Right? And like, could he have done that without Iron Mace's backing? Of course. But the argument is that him working at Iron Mace granted his podcast more viewers than it would have originally gained without it, and his podcast was essentially the boost that smaller creators needed and were being gatekept by based on who someone wanted to have on, not who Iron Mace would have had on if it was in Iron Mace's best interest, which is what Soma is supposed to be doing if he's working at Iron Mace. I think it's the line of thought of the argument. That's what I thought the Darkest Hour was. I thought the Darkest Hour was an official podcast from the developers, because the first like 3 episodes that I saw were literally with SDF and Terrence, and they were on there all the time. Well, Thick Bane has been here before, but the other guys I've never seen before, and they all did leave at the same time. Curious. It appears so. Bro, is it double Soric? Are we seriously trolling? Oh my god, I'm getting cucked by mobs, dude. I'm legitimately being cucked by mobs. Oh god. Oh, unlucky. The Wizards weak. Wizards weak. I'm surprised I wasn't able to hit him there. But just a circ.
Yep. That's the same.
My bad, guys.
You're
I'm washing
good, bro.
the dishes, watching Ray's stream, so I know when to come back, but it's delayed.
Alright, let's go with this guy.
Bruh. Like what?
That block though. Finally worked.
I'm not really sick of them, but I'm getting sick of fighting Triple Caster. I'll tell you that. It's kind of getting old. Triple Caster.
Well, it's actually different people now.
That is true.
Zed got on. I think that's Punk and Zed.
targeted.
That's so stupid, bro.
Yeah.
1v1.
Oh my god, bro. I have to do the fucking bullshit.
Damn, you're fucking branding his ass.
Oh, this is so bullshit.
Oh, Ray, you're so dead.
Yeah.
That is so, dude. He knocked me up as I was about to fireball him, but it maybe hit you.
Yeah. It's unlucky. I turned on him because I couldn't.
Like, it's so like lame that it's just like triple magic. It's like so hard. Everyone's casting spells, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That was a bad spawn too, though. I like spawning opposite of the tower. I'll blow this door. Turn around, Ray, turn around. I saw him.
He put a
twice.
yeah. He put a fucking rock down. I can't walk past the golem. You're good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna die because of that. Bro. Nice.
He died. I mean, the full name thing, probably not necessarily, but I assume, if I'm playing devil's advocate, that he only said his full name like that, so you could look him up on all the things, so you could see for yourself that, like, he was, it related to, Stream Elements, and, like, even the Stream Elements thing is, like, another fucking thread of, like, just weird conflict of interest type things, but not pertinent because he doesn't work there anymore, but like just gives him credence that he's like the guy to know, the guy to make friends with or whatever. But like, I'm assuming that's why he dropped the full name, so you can look him up on all these platforms that like so you can track his employment. But like, I don't think it matters so much anymore that because he doesn't work in Iron Mace. But the thing is, if we go down that line of thinking, then why does it matter that anyone does anything because it was in the past? That's what I would say to you, Devil's Advocate. Like, why does it matter that I murdered a guy last year? I thought about doing that too because I wonder if the global Twitch partner or whatever the fuck his title was a nothing burger after all. I would assume no because he also worked at Stream Elements, but you never know. But I don't care to get into like that because I don't think it serves the narrative or like the arguments. Rather, I didn't even want to use the word narrative. That was a bad word to use. Now I'm gonna get clipped and shipped. It doesn't serve like the arguments well, other than the fact that it props him up as like the guy to know, and that he does have some sort of influencing power, even if it's not tied to Iron Mace, which isn't a problem in and of itself. I don't think so, because if you thought you were jaded and that you thought you were mistreated and you thought that you deserved more out of the game in terms of your streaming career than you got because somebody was being the gatekeeper, I don't think it's a mistake to go after them like that. If you see it from his point of view. Like, if I'm not like this, right? I don't know what he's thinking, but like from his perspective, it seems like he was under the impression that there was somebody who was using their position at Iron Mace to make money on the side by indirectly promoting streamers via semi-official Iron Mace channels and not doing what Iron Mace's best interests are particularly while maintaining his own interests is what it seems like from Not Like This's perspective. If you take someone's perspective, it's someone thought he was just doing a job which he was already doing, and then he started doing it more when he worked at Iron Mace because he was in love with the game and it was people about the game, if you take someone's perspective, and that he did nothing wrong and that all of his things were just like happenstance of the situation he was in, which I don't inherently believe, but you can see where someone's coming from. And then the coordinated outrage afterwards is also like kind of weird, right? Yeah, and again, I don't think any of this would have been a problem if Soma originally would have just stated loud and proud, hey guys, these people, I work with them. I think that's like the real crux of the problem, is that he was trying to hide this information and play it off like he wasn't doing this. If he would have just said, hey guys, like every podcast episode, or it is about me, that's a good thing, or like said it more than once, or if we're giving him credit, maybe he said it twice. If he said it multiple times, if he introduced himself as like the content manager, like a streamer manager and the head of Iron Mace, but he never did that. He only ever introduced himself as like the marketing guy at Iron Mace, and that's it. And he never said it, right? Like, it just seems a bit odd. Well, he perceived that he never did anything wrong. Whether or not he did anything wrong, I think is whatever. He perceived that he did nothing wrong, but I personally think that maybe he didn't do anything directly wrong to like Soma direct. I mean, not like this directly, but I will say the whole like not disclosing the information is like weird, especially when it's something that you should be. Yeah, he did say that, but he said it once. 15 minutes into a podcast of like 75 podcasts, and he never said it again, and it's never posted anywhere. It never made it to Discord, even though Not Like This should have done a better job of showing that like all the keywords about it were not shown in the Discord. Never was it posted once on Reddit ever. Like, it just seems weird that it never made it out. The Iron Mace employees didn't know what was happening. Like, how did the Iron Mace employees not know that it was happening? Like, that doesn't seem like he disclosed that information to me. If the Iron Mace, the company that he works for, doesn't know that he's doing it. That I totally agree with. He had to bring up Discord DMs where he mentions it in his proposal, in his offer. Like, it seems like the only time outside of the podcast where he ever mentions that he's managing these people is in his pitch to manage more people. Yeah, Greek's whack for that. But then again, Greek is not like the best player, so like there's a world where you could see that maybe he was saying that because he isn't good enough at the game to understand why Druid is good. Or he couldn't make it work. Yo, what's up, Wilson? How vindicated do you feel? Yeah, because they nerfed it into the ground. Healer Druid is only really super good Druid now, so I agree with that. Real question, what is drip? Hold on, let me just put this code in here real quick so I don't forget. Yeah, that tracks. What? Does he have to? It depends. I would assume it depends on if you could pin him on. I assume it depends if you could pin him on disclosure laws for that. Well, I mean, yeah, sort of, but like again, I think it's because again, you'd have to try to get someone to admit some like pretty incriminating stuff and exactly like, exact dates. But like, I imagine if you make that, if not like this makes a video, it says he's not gonna make another video, then everyone kind of turns on him for making the video. Like it just seems weird. I think it's like July or something. So I think we have like 2 weeks or something. Wait, that phased right through him. Are you kidding? Wow, that phased right through him. That's wild work.
Oh, he's close, really close.
I'm Savage Word, so I'm probably gonna lose this, but maybe not. Nope, good zabs. I tried to slow him for you.
Oh, I slowed him for you. You gotta get in there. Fuck. Ray's wrapping around behind him. He's gonna be right in front of you, Ray.
Oh my god, bro, I hate the fucking Bardiche for this. Like, I drag it through him and it doesn't fucking... Watch out, I'm being zapped a little bit here. Just keep checking fireballs and we're chilling. Wizard's dead. I'm on the burb.
Yay, spam everything because I closed the gap.
Woohoo!
Dude, Sork is so hard to WE, bro. Cause like, he pumps out 3 spells in 1 second and they all do a bajillion damage.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like we're waiting 10 minutes for 3-second games. How did that game was like so short, like, bro?
They got folded. I don't know what to say.
Because it's putting us up against people who are like 2,500 rating.
Bro, we need actual people to go on, like, come on.
I mean, everyone's already off the game, bro. There's no one. Double is the only one who still plays.
Double, yeah. Me.
Budo, but Budo's off.
I'd be surprised it's even putting us in games in general. No, it's definitely not a good cycle. And that's exactly the cycle. The game is dying, man. What can you do? What the fuck is this?
Oh, you must be the young Digger boy. That's me.
His grandson, Brandon Digger, who he chose to leave his business behind. I don't know how he did that, but hey, man, he gonna say some words about his grandfather.
I wanted to honor him by singing a special song he used to always sing me as a child. Lick, lick, lick. Ay, 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 ay.
Funerals bring people together.
Can we go back to the days our love was strong?
Whether they want to.
I know you inherited a lot of the money, man, or most of the money, whatever the hell.
We inherited 50% as well, so.
50%? Who gave you that?
Diggers come and diggers go.
Or not.
He's not no digger.
Okay.
He's not no digger, and you know that.
But your parents
The white boy trying to bring him to the digger family. So if we're gonna run the funeral home, we gotta figure out ways that we can make money. You guys came here as a clan.
Hell no.
We'll be leaving as a clan. I told you I had a redneck funeral on Tuesday at 3 p.m.
And I told you we had a batch of Liberians in, man.
Roll, tide, roll! Don't give a piss about nothing but the tide. I examined it. How do you usually examine the?
I just fucking look at the tits for a while.
Okay. Where do we start? I think.
Oh, yeah, I could get you more bodies too.
I'm scared of him. Let's go ahead, give him a job. Can you swim?
Yeah.
Drown your bitch ass.
Oh, dang, he's cold.
I'm looking at it. It's a casket. It's a dead body.
It is a casket, but turn it into a love shack if you want.
You think Diddy killed Aaliyah?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I did take a look at his penis this time.
Okay, you definitely. Said size-wise.
That's how I knew.
Okay, he's black.
He's black.
I'm gonna do everything in my power to get this place shut down.
We gotta talk business. What they saying? They saying y'all know so much money. I don't know, but these folk gonna kill your ass.
Sister love me more than she loves you.
She didn't tell you she was a hoe when she was younger.
Drewski, Theo Vaughn, Nav Green, Ben Dadon, Shane Gillis.
Did you know Shakira?
Yeah.
Like this.
What the fuck is that? Oh, God. Could be good. Could be good. Might be movie of the year. It could be. Seems like it would be kind of based. Dude, it takes so long to get a queue in this game. It's ridiculous. I know it's because there's not a lot of players, but... Yeah, we'll see. I've already made so many barbers, so we'll see if I maybe make another one in a little while. If these guys have a low one, I'll have to make new ones then. I don't even think Eshok has another fucking character that he can make. I think he's already made like 6 Rangers and 2 Rogues or something. He'd have to like delete one and then re-queue it.
Dude, I've been having to delete characters now because I have too many.
That's fucked up. I mean, if I could choose to reset my rank manually, like I would do it for fun, just to play. But obviously, like I don't have a choice. I think it's on July 16th, Joseph.
Is playing fucking arenas, bro.
No, Ugison got some hate, bro.
Arena's also just not popular, like, you know.
Yeah, Arena's not that popular. Is Longsword gonna be good? I doubt it. Do we have lower elo characters we can swap to? Make it go faster after this one, if it ever goes?
Oh, well.
Like, I got like, all mine are about like 3K. This is a little bit high, but I mean.
Yeah, mine are like all 3K, bro. I have like a 2500 fighter probably.
No, I don't think they're going to add any new items at all, realistically. And if they do, it'll be like just like simple crafts like the book that got added. I don't actually think they're going to add anything. They didn't mention it and they didn't say anything about it. So I don't know that that's the case, but it doesn't seem like it because I feel like now would be a good time to announce that if you were going to do that to make people want to play the game. Well, when they said that, I don't think they were referring to like brand new items. I think they're referring to new items as in like new ways the items get used, like with new random rolls. I don't think they're adding like actual brand new items. This is the longest queue yet, I think.
I'm trying to get people to fight us, bro.
Yeah, but nobody wants to fucking play. I mean, they should be adding way more stuff to the game because it's not particularly hard. Because most of the stuff they add anyway is just clones of other stuff with like a recolor or like a new image, and then it's basically the same thing. And it's pretty obvious what's like super overpowered and what's not overpowered. So I don't think adding like basic default extra stuff would be that big of a deal. And then like the crafted stuff, water map is coming next. Water map is coming the next full wipe, the official wipe. So like after this miniature wipe comes, then the water map will be in the game. Yeah, this game will always have, like, I'm sure this game will always maintain what it's at right now. Maybe it will go down a little bit, but it should always maintain at least 5K players, which is into a lot considering what it could have been, but it will be enough that the game will be able to be played, I believe. I don't know. Like, I feel like the whole like paladin argument can't be. You can't ever get a paladin in the game. I think because cleric is too much like paladin, so I don't think they'd ever add it. Even though they said they wanted to, there's too many overlapping skills. They'd have to like rework cleric. Yeah, and just make them more of a caster class. I mean, yeah. They're not smart enough to make new spells that wouldn't be completely broken and like ruin the game. That's the only problem. Like they should have taken like spells and stuff like that from all the other D&D type games like Baldur's Gate and whatever.
Bro, what really pisses me off is like, why can't they just put like random maps for Arena every single day so it's always different?
Because they're not smart enough, bro.
It's just like the same 3 maps.
Zero Eldritch Blast was the saddest thing about... I was going to play Warlock when it came out, and then I realized it didn't have Eldritch Blast, and I immediately decided I'm not playing it. No Eldritch Blast on Warlock? No me, bro. No, that was the real STF as far as I'm aware, Joseph. Key part of Warlock, and it was just like that. It was basically the class identity for the most part. Like the whole thing is, Ranger. I avoided the shotgun. Most of it, at least. My weapon hit the wall behind me. W.
No.
Sorry, I just had too much fun.
Yes. Raiding normally puts you in the game with similar ranked people until like you get to the part where the game is kind of like dying. Yeah, I dodge IRL crazy, bro. I can't help it. I'm like fucking Floyd Mayweather. I'd be out here fucking bobbing and weaving.
Imagine an actual ring, bro.
If someone offers to train me, I'll do Greater Kalash, bro. Cinema.
Nice try, bro. I just lost my one, unfortunately.
Yeah, we would have won, but my weapon hit the wall behind me when I went for the poke. So the Sork lived. Oh my god, I missed the jump.
I'm hitting Sork, bro. Like, fuck. The Ranger's one shot. Rangers got directed twice. Yes. I love when Sork just bounces me in the air, bro.
It hits you with like a 3-piece combo.
Bro, I'm just like in the stratosphere.
Mm-hmm. And you're
I
getting
can't control where I land or move, so I get shot mid-air, bro. Like, fuck.
Yes, sir.
Because why not, bro? Why not, bro?
I'm surprised they didn't add like wild magic to the game or anything like that.
I don't even know what that is.
In DD, wild magic is like a thing that Sorks have, where basically they press buttons, they cast
I
spells.
already have that. What do you mean?
No, but like they cast spells, but like you don't know what the spell is gonna do. I'm dead. Same as before, Joseph. I'm just running my magic resto. Can we play Roblox? I'm playing Roblox, Joseph.
Yeah, bro, this guy just. I'm gonna talk trash.
Nope, I'm not gonna catch him. W. Killed one.
I don't know if Sark had time to heal, but he was the only one I heard, so.
Wizards in mid as well. I got tit-agged by the slow. Nice try.
I just need to fucking live, I'm sorry. Like, the Circus just peeks around a corner and then he hits a fire arrow and the fire orb.
Yeah, it does 8 billion damage.
And I have 186 HP, by the way, and I die, like, with reactive shield as well.
You have more HP than me with my move speed on.
Yeah, plus reactive shield, that's a 15 HP, flat HP.
Well, I'm just getting molested. I'm kind of in the back corner. Watch out behind you.
Yes, good.
Like, yeah, and he just gets away from me. It's crazy. He's hit twice.
I'm a heal, I'm a heal, I'm a heal. Let's play it safe.
One dead. No, GG.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's fucking insanity. Bring your weed.
Retro.
What's up, brother?
Temperature read.
I'm out.
Yeah, skill trees are so far away. It's never.
It's not gonna happen. The game will be discontinued.
Exit.
Before they come out with that.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What is that?
What am I listening to?
Are you listening to?
Oh, fuck. Just a clip of XQC shitting himself. How do you shit yourself on stream, bro? It's over.
Wait, he did?
Yeah.
Wait, how do I see this?
I'll fucking link it to you, bro. Shit. I put on the general. He shit himself on stream, bro. Bro shit himself on stream. Like, what is this, bro?
Whoa, 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 whoa. What is that?
Oh, God. Bro shit himself on stream, bro.
Wait, they're still coming back from there.
Oh god.
Why did he start smiling, bro?
Cause he knew he fucking shit himself. Cause he fucking knew, bro. Ah, that's fucking wild. Kuma's Fang plus 330 MS equals Viola.
You might think you could.
The only game I'm ever playing on Roblox is Cat and Mouse that ever gets made, bro. But it's never gonna get made.
Consistency. The Nintendo Switch to an exact pixel. By standing exactly 3 blocks away from the spike gap, you can time a ground pound to line up perfectly in between the spikes with some level of consistency. So I need to do my setup, but there's a fire bar in the way here. But luckily, you can still do it from the right side of the level. So I do my setup and ground pound on the perfect frame to get a hidden coin. And my setup also works from the flagpole for this one too. So I line up a second pixel perfect jump to grab the other coin, and I beat the level. But this next level took me 10 hours longer to beat than that one. I'll slow down some parts so you can see what's happening, and then play it at full speed. I run and throw this pow block at the flop. I stall mid-air on the falling platform, spin on this bob-omb so I can grab and throw it to activate this switch, and it changes these blocks as I pass through the stars. Now, I jump off this shell mid-air, grab the POW, and throw it at this falling flump. I slide down the bullet blaster under this cannon so I can ground pound this bob-omb to hit this on-off switch, which sets up this part where I can throw the dry shell under me to be invincible on this end, and I jump out of it into the pipe. Now, the second half of the level is actually way harder than it looks, and I died in pretty much every spot that you possibly could. But after all those failed attempts, I finally got this one. And although this level design is crazy, this final level destroys the
We're so damn bad. We're watching Mario level videos, bro.
The flump has to stay above me, so I drop this P-switch to stop it as I continue running and destroying the enemies. I uncover this invisible block so the flump has more blocks to crush, and throw the spring under the flump twice in a row to bounce it up. I also have to keep Mario alive by kicking the shell and ground pounding down to bounce off of it, and throwing the spring to keep this flump away from the P-switches. If the switches were hit, the path would be blocked. I ground pound down here and quickly wall jump away from the flump as I go all the way around to spin jump off of it. And here, I uncover these invisible blocks, which makes the flump hit them and delays the flump from reaching. I throw the shell so I can bounce off of it down here, and now I throw this P-switch so it stops the flump in the perfect position for me to land on so I can enter the pipe.
Mario's fucking crazy. I love Banjo-Kazooie though. I'm a Banjo-Kazooie enjoyer. Let me guess, 3 casters. Hooray. Yeah, I never watch on 1 times. It's a Slayer, a Ranger. currently executing some minions at the moment. I'm gonna retreat back. I fell down, so they're gonna be looking for me. Just try not to die.
This guy's pushing me.
Yeah, I'm forcing away. He backed up. My weapon hit the wall above me. Fighter hit once, twice, 3 times, and he eats all that. Crazy.
I missed my dabs.
We ate 3 Barty shits on Slayer Fighter. W.
I was about to say he has a lot of fear. He's like my fear.
Well, he has Victory Strike, I think, now. So, I don't know how the fuck he's getting max PDR with Victory Strike.
Bro, can this guy die?
Okay. I have no idea. The leech is just a disgusting mob. I did 111 damage with 3 Barty shits, and I hit him in the head. W. Hit this layer once, twice, no, just once. And Rand is in here, bro. Say hello to my friend Richard. Rand. What's up, Rand, bro? Is he here? Careful. Hit him once, twice, 3 times, he's dead. Rand is one of the best Mortal player in the game. He farms red blue. I don't know who red blue is. I'm assuming that's the other, another good player.
$500 cigarettes.
Indo, what's up, bro? Oh, that's Rand. W.
As bad as it gets, it is extremely spicy.
I can no longer feel my mouth, the roof of my mouth, everything is completely gone.
We're going to cook this beautiful steak.
Let me tell you the story about the worst day of my life. This is something no one shall ever try. Most importantly, I believe no one shall have access to what I got. You see, I first met David and I thought he was going to be a great friend. Well, it turned out he was, because we made a great video together from
World record at 2.69 billion. So comparing it to a pepper that is, say, 100,000 scope.
collection of Pepper X extract. One of these vials is enough, but we're taking things to a whole nother level. Let me remind you that this is not for sale. You can't get it.
We're going to soak this steak in a beautiful virgin blood.
Possible. The Pepper X itself measures 2.69 million Scoville heat units, and it's pretty straightforward. I'm just making sure that I cover the entire steak with it, because once that's done, into my dry ager it goes, as this will be the control. Because now is where the worst day of my life began. I first started with a tray with a simple parchment paper on top. Lay down the beef and make sure to use an extra glove, because one was not gonna do the trick. I started by adding the drops. Little by little, the smell started getting to all of us. This is extremely powerful. As you can clearly see, it looks like motor oil. So the idea was to spread a generous amount on top of it. And when I tell you I used every single vial, I mean it. I wanted to make sure that we're gonna feel this flavor. And most importantly, at this stage, I was extremely naive, as I had no idea what I was gonna put myself through. Believe it or not, at this point, I was looking forward to trying this. So I went ahead and thought, you know what? Let's do something even crazier. And this is where things got even worse. As I had a few peppers laying down on my refrigerator, I got a hold of them, chopped them up, ripped my dry ager.
Dude, that's fucked up.
All of the outer crust. So I quickly went
It's
through that.
gonna taste so rancid.
As I can see some pinkness inside.
It's gonna be way too hot.
This is what I was left with. And believe me when I tell you, this one was still smelling like a nightmare. But remember that we're not done yet, as I also had the sriracha one.
They are part of and clean the ingredients are. Happier. So if you care about your dog,
I know what I'm in for. It's gonna be some spicy.
and this is not going to be enjoyable, Leo. This is not going to be enjoyable. But nevertheless, we're going to give it a fair try, and we're going to let you guys know how it actually tastes. With all that being said, let's go for it, all right? So here you go, David. You are our guest. Take that one, Mr. Leo, please. Yes, let's see. Well, it smells very good. What does it smell like, David?
Smells like maybe sriracha?
Maybe that is Johnny Sins.
You can tell.
I think so.
Oh.
Smells like death, bro.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Okay.
Well, that's delicious.
Yeah, love it.
I get a little bit like sriracha vinegariness on the back, but it's not spicy. It's not hot or killing me at all.
I mean, I think the steak is amazing. I don't really taste the sriracha. I love the crust. It's still very juicy, but not too much sriracha. Like, I don't feel the spice.
Yeah, I feel a little bit, David. You are insane. You feel nothing? I feel a little tingling in my mouth. Do you feel a little tingling?
No, I don't. It's not tingling, but I get like hints of.
It's great.
Yeah, you're gonna wait. This guy couldn't wait for the cheers, bro.
No, I don't blame him. This is really good food. Light tomato flavors.
Oh my god, dude, this is gonna be nuts.
Does it smell? How does it smell? I want to know your honest opinion.
It smells like Pepper X.
It smells like Pepper X?
This is like the most.
Bro got the smelling salt treatment.
But it's not just the smell. It's like it's coming over here through my throat. It's making my throat itchy. Like, I don't know. Why would someone do this? Like, it makes absolutely no sense at all. Do not buy this. Do not try this at home. I'm telling you, everybody. Don't. Cheers.
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 Oh, I can't. Woo! Oh, wow! Oh, wow, that is so bad.
My tongue is an inferno right now. Like.
This is by far. Ooh.
Bro doused himself in
One of
milk.
those that you need actual refreshment.
How do you feel?
Feel better.
That's the spiciest thing we've ever eaten. It's still building. That mic is cooked for sure.
Oh my god. Are you okay?
No, that's bad. Wow, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. This is the worst steak of my life. As bad as it gets, it is extremely spicy. I can no longer feel my mouth, the roof of my mouth, everything is completely gone. Congratulations. Anybody ask me what is the worst thing you ever had in your life? You took it now. Guys, go check out David's video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's not that bad for you, huh?
Bro, shut up, bro. Let's end this video. I need to go.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, you should. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I want some more. I want some more.
Bro went back for a third milk. That's fucked up. Bro, can we just get some fucking cues, man? Like, dude, who's on? No one is playing, bro. No one is playing, bro.
What do you think, my friend, about my pizza?
I have to say, you think.
AI Gorilla Adventures. They're pretty funny, low-key. I'll watch it, bro.
I just wanted to hop on here, make a little video talking about the demo situation. Because a lot of people are looking at these videos, and I'm going to pretty much show you practically every single clip that any person has used about demo cheating. And I'm going to show you every single clip that people are using to accuse demo of cheating. I'm going to show you why it's not proof and that it's just speculation. And I'm going to explain that for a lot of people because a lot of people don't understand the difference between proof and speculation. And I could even give you some examples of proof as well, but none of this that I'm about to show you can be literally considered proof at all in any sense of the word. So first we have the most damning one. I put the best one at the very front because this is the only one that anybody can have.
I don't think this is the most damning one. I think the Rogue one is the most damning one, but
any kind of excuse for at all. Like,
I think that's like the weirdest one of them all. But like, it's not aimbot proof, it's ESP proof, but I'm pretty sure that's pretty good fucking ESP proof.
If you want to call this hacking, you know what? This is the best clip you got. Is this one right here. And every other clip following this clip is not going to hold a candle to it. Not one bit. So here, let's just roll it. Let's roll it. So what Todd Father says, and I have Todd Father's little clip here downloaded. What Todd Father says is that he's never seen somebody move their mouse to track somebody when they have a judgment. Now, let's watch. So right here, he shows, he's stopping it. He catches it right there. Boom. And then tracks him up the stairs. Okay?
I mean, I don't even think that was like the crux of the argument, right? Isn't the crux of the argument for this like whole staff thing that he like his aim is jittering, like he jitters a lot, and it's unnatural jitter. Like the whole tracking thing is just a case of Demo not playing the class right, and he thinks he has to track him the whole time, right?
Now I want you to let's take it back. Let's take it back again. Got him right there, playing in the open. Follows him with the camera up the stairs. It's not out of range of judgment. None of that, aside from the fact that he perfectly tracked him, none of that gives you any kind of inclination that that's a third-party program, that that's outside sources giving him that tracking ability. None of what I just showed you proves that Demo is cheating. We can speculate on whether or not Demo is cheating based on these videos, but we cannot say 100% definitively that Demo cheats in Dark and Darker. We can say that he cheated in Tarkov. We can say that he cheated in GTA because we have proof of him cheating in Tarkov and proof.
Yeah, but you could argue that it's because he doesn't play the class, but like I don't understand how you can say things like, we know he was cheating in Tarkov and we know he's cheating in GTA, and then see all the sus clips and be like, yeah, he definitely wasn't cheating.
Of him cheating in GTA. We don't have proof of him cheating in Dark and Darker. We have speculatable videos. That's all we have. Here's another one. Now this one is one where Todd Father is talking about how he was following this druid and the druid rat jumps through the door. Now as Demo approaches the door, he turns his camera. Now I'll explain to you why a player would turn their camera after we watch this clip. Let's watch this clip.
And he was fighting the guy jumps through the door and then watch his mouse.
Watch his mouse, he says. Oh no. Oh no, I turned my camera to the side. Okay, let me explain it to you here for you. Let me break it down. Let's do some spam pausing.
And he was fighting the guy jumps through the door and then watch his
So look, so he saw him jump through the door. He's moving to the side because look at his perspective. If he was straight on the door, he wouldn't be able to see to the left here, okay? He's trying to get angles to see through the door because rats don't stay rats when they jump through a window. A rat's gonna rat through the window and immediately turn into a panther, immediately turn back into a human. They're gonna be visible. You're gonna be able to see them, and you also can hear them. So
Lacking clean.
Warlock Wizard. You went back and spawn. Sorry. I get to play the game? I don't think so.
Where you going, little boy?
I mean, personally, I don't think we need any sort of like, some like aim snap. To be perfectly honest with you, in my opinion, I don't give a fuck. If you cheat in one game and then you cheat in another game, you're cheating in all your games. You don't have a come to Jesus. There's no come to Jesus moment for you. I'm stuck through the door, unfortunately. Nope, I'm dead. W.
Maui, did you see how fast I died?
I know, that's what I've been dealing with. The other time we fought him, he runs at you, right? And he puts 3 spells into in 1 second. Like if you go to melee him. Yep.
Died in like 1 second.
Yeah, and you were like full, right? It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
And that class is supposed to be weak. That class is supposed to be weak, tell me.
I mean, Zed is like the #1 sword right now. So.
I'll look in a minute.
Exactly, but...
I'll look a little bit later. Sorry. Wizard's invis behind you. Sark's dead. What? He just ran out of it.
Give it to him. Give it to him.
What's up, 2 bits? Wow, he weaseled his way out of it. That's crazy work. He's not dead from that, are you kidding? And then his teammate kills him so I don't get the fucking bonus W.
Wait, the sword gonna die? Oh, that's not good. Wait, is it a 1v1 now? I think you got him.
Yeah, it's a 1v1. He's probably gonna run at me.
Cool,
Yeah,
there's 3 cooldowns. He has 1 cooldowns. It's his build.
And I missed.
I think he's trying to go up top now.
Through the wall? What?
Goes through the wall.
Alright.
right?
Dude, that shit is so easy to play. Like, alright, we got a lock in here. We can't lose. I kind of threw my life for the wizard, which I did get traded out for. I don't know. I think the sword fucked us though, like all of us.
Well, the Sark killed him in the end, and I didn't get the morale boost. Otherwise, I would have lived long enough to hit the Sark once, and then it would have been a way better situation. The mobs have turned on me, unfortunately. Warlock, it went, I'm on the wizard. Wizard dead.
Yeah, I just died of that, but I heard him. I heard the sword with 3 zaps.
It'd be fine.
Just healing.
Alright, I have to take a small break here. I don't know if you guys wanna keep going though.
I can wait.
Like 10 minutes around there.
Throw on some tune real quick. I gotta actually check something out. I mean, I don't personally think that we need any extra proof, but I mean, like, unless you want to, like, nail him on, like, a bunch of stuff, I'd think immediately people should just stop watching his videos because he's probably a cheater. Like, the proof is pretty close to concrete. I mean, and the thing is, I would give him a little bit more benefit of the doubt if he cheated in, like, Grand Theft Auto and, like, fucking Minecraft, but he cheated in Tarkov, another extraction game, so... And then it seems like he got ousted from the Tarkov because of it, so...
Run it back. I took a break after this game, I bet.
Okay. He does have the face of a cheater. Not only that, like... the thing is... On top of that, from my own personal experience, not that this means anything, I've never once fought Demo where he's ever missed me with an attack ever. I mean, I've killed him plenty of times, but he's never once missed my attack. Did he face reveal? Yeah, Joseph, he did. You know, he won't get banned for doing it 9 times. That's true. I mean, I suppose. If you really want to know. There you go, Joseph. No, he didn't reveal as Demo. And I don't think he ever will. Oh, I didn't show it. There you go, Joseph. That's his twin brother. Yeah. Where can I get a fucking... There's no, like, contact. Yeah, we listen and we don't judge. I cheated in Tarkov and Grand Theft Auto. We listen and we don't judge. Bro, are we trolling right now? Ambient sound and stream? You mean like the cats and stuff like that? Can you hear the AC? I mean, there's probably an AC outside running. You can hear it. Did that change anything? Well, the cat's part of the game. Bird. Is that weed bod? Is that weed? Is that wings of weed?
Is that retro way?
Is that wings of weed?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Maui's dying. It's Reed. Uh-oh. I am scared, actually, low-key. Ranger dead. W. Bro, there's no way we're arguing about proof in the Discord, bro. He moves a cheater, just get over it. And I'm dead to shotgun, even though I savage word him and I turned my back and crouched W. Think you roll for following boss? I think you're just going at bat for somebody who would never go to at bat for you for something he's like 80% or more sure to have done.
No way he's playing this build. No way he's playing the bad build Dissonance, bro. No way we're playing Dissonance, like. Get a hobby, kid. Go to school. And we have to fight 2 rangers, bro. Like, so sleep, bro. We've been fighting double classes this whole time.
It's definitely fixable, but I mean, latency will always be a thing for shields not working, right? So I missed my jump. Don't drink potions, weed. Bro's trying to win.
Yeah, he's trying to win. Put him down, bro. Oh yeah, 10 minutes after this, I'm gonna get it.
Does like Street Fighter games community think the anti-lag there handle blocking EC they're okay? I mean, I don't know. I don't know about fighting games, bro. Probably not. The game would be too complicated if they tried to balance Arena 2. I'm definitely getting like range cringe on here till I'm dead, so.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if I played back, we lose the long range game. So like, if I could maybe go in there and blow something up.
I beat them.
Really? Okay, I can play for you. I'll play for you. I'm just playing aggro because I don't want to. That's how I'm thinking.
You can play aggro.
I can prop pie. We can play aggro. Then let's do that. Mobs are back though.
Drama and Drummer's a Firebox. Yeah. We up in here, bro. Let me get a fat W. Oh, I've aggroed the cringe. What the fuck just happened to me? I'm trying not to eat Maui, so, you know, forgive me.
You're just staying back now.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Double ranger advantage.
Reed's by himself on the right, but
Yeah,
the
he is,
Ranger's
he is.
back.
He's pushing me. I have to go to spawn.
Being Owie. Never mind.
I'm currently held hostage by multiple rangers.
I'm gonna die to Reed actually.
And
Hit the ranger twice. I society hit twice, but he's surging. I dodged as many spear hits as I could with the Bardish, unfortunately.
No, you should have
Like, I
just
can't,
gone around the
can't.
ring. Just trying to help you with.
I can't do
them, but
anything when
then you
Reed's
went
is
back.
distancing me, bro. Like,
Yeah, should have just gone back to me. I was trying to help you.
I got shot,
I
and then I
was,
got
but
shotgun.
he was body blocking me like really well
And I lived.
with the sword. I'll be back.
Who father wins that? Yeah. And then I fucking almost killed him, and it was almost legit. I'm gonna take a piss real quick, and then we'll launch a little bit of Dune for 5 minutes here while he comes back.
Double Ranger Supremacy. Hold that. Hey, Ray. Oh my god. My East Taxi is gone. Unlucky.
Right? That's what I'm saying, bro. If I didn't work so much on the weekend, I'd definitely go more often. But my weekends are pretty fried. I'm sure my game is gonna crash. I'm gonna close my game because it's gonna fucking totally bust if I play Dune at the same time. So we'll just launch my mag. It's back, I suppose. 10 minutes isn't that long. We can check to see if I can make that that buggy real quick. I'm glad that I didn't see Firebox editing comments on YouTube. Humble man. He thinks about what he's gonna say before he says it. W. Please, hunger, release. Please, hunger. That's all we need is hunger to release. And now everything will be right in the world. Like, all these companies, bro, get your people on 24-hour shifts. Oh god, I open solitaire. You need to be on 24-hour shifts until your game comes out while Dark and Darker's dying. I actually forget what I was doing last time I was playing. Though I did get some like probe, the mega probulator. Like imagine some dude just shows up to you and he sticks this right in your ass. That's evil work. I think I was trying to make a car, a bigger car. And I already have no aluminum. I'd have to take a little trip over here real quick, you know? Give me some of that. Aluminum. Low-key, I should leave right now and come back. I'll be back in like 30 minutes, boys. If my eye comes back, tell him I'll be like 20 minutes. I have to go drop some real quick. I'll be back. Sorry, boys. That's what it's gonna have to be because for 5 minutes, you're fucked. I gotta go back to the base. I better do it now so I can keep playing later and to make my wait longer. Because I know he's going to be freaking out about it if I don't go drop it right now. Which, valid. Come on, man. Get the buggy moving. Yeah, it's okay. I'll fuck with it later. I'm gonna go for 30 minutes anyway, so I don't care that it's unfocused for a second. Hope I don't get eaten here, because that'll be really shit.
Weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.